We're in Sunny House. This is the 305, and I guess we're doing a podcast. This is my co-partner, Fresh,
Yep.
and Dom. How we guys doing today?
Doing good.
Listen, today was a good day. We won some parlays, and of course, awesome show today. Taking down some people that need to be taken down,
We
and
already
of
got
course,
one 10K parlay right here.
there you go, man.
Easy day.
Hey, do I flex this in the camera? Can we zoom this in? That's how easy I make 10K, just like that. It's like a piece of paper, bro. And,
Good day today.
And here's
Easy
the
day.
thing, man. My man over here went with me the other day, fucking turned 1K into 6.
6K. That was a
So
happy
it
day
is.
for me.
Now, some people take losses, but everyone's going to be up at the end of the year. I promise you that, man. Anyway, so we'll probably end up... I got all these parlays here. I literally need like 3 of them to be up. I think we're going to be like at 5 or 6 by the end of the day. So we'll see how this works. Anyways, I'm a gambler. My name is Gary. Gamble starts with GA. Gary starts with GA. You know what else starts with GA? Garage. And I used to smoke in my garage all day when I was in Ohio, bro.
Well, it paid off, man, because you make some good money. All right. So, listen, a lot's been going on in the news, especially with Don being here. So we'll get right into the news.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. Multiple states are moving to reform food stamps, banning the buying of candy and soda and allowing some hot foods. So they're basically just getting rid of all the junk food on food stamps moving forward. People won't be able to finesse the system. They got to buy necessities, milk, meats, etc., and bread. They won't be able to,
They'll always find a way to finesse the system, bro.
You think they're going to
They'll
finesse it?
always... Listen, man. I probably shouldn't say this, but my dad's deceased. So it is what it is. My dad owned a shop. And I believe this was in the late 90s. And people would bring him food stamp money. It would be like $5 food stamps, $10, $20. And my dad would used to give him $60, 60 cents on the dollar cash. So I saw the food stamp, manipulation head on. Now what they do is people be like, yo, buy me this and I'll just give you cash. So people just go to the grocery store, buy whatever someone wants, and they just give them 60 cents on the dollar for cash. It's always like this, man. There's always going to be a hole in the system because the main thing is you need morals. You need people to have morals. And if people don't have morals, they're always going to find a crack in the system.
Damn.
Your people are good at that.
Oh, man. Okay. Is there a clip? You want to play it real quick? There we go. Food stamps is crazy, though, bro. I don't lie.
Right now, you can use food stamps to buy a soft drink or a candy bar from a gas station, but you can't use them to buy an Arkansas-raised hot rotisserie chicken from a grocery store. That's the definition of crazy.
In this first-of-its-kind waiver, Arkansas's governor lists items like soda, candy, and fruit or vegetable juice with less than 50% natural juice as ineligible items. And it lists rotisserie chicken as an eligible item.
1/3 of our state has diabetes or is pre-diabetic. When the numbers are that high, it's important for us to examine a system that actively encourages and subsidizes unhealthy, highly processed, addictive products.
Governor Sanders says she believes this will encourage those who receive SNAP benefits to eat healthier.
The N in SNAP stands for nutrition. And we have taken a program that is meant to be about providing and helping people put food on their table and put something else in their hands and in their stomachs.
However, others say this could further harm those who already struggle.
We get that.
They can't get fresh fruits.
Hold on. Is this Huckabee's daughter?
Sir.
This is Huckabee's daughter, right?
I'm not sure.
The ambassador to Israel? This
I
is
don't
Huckabee's
know.
daughter, right? I think that's
sir.
Huckabee's daughter, man. If that is, pull up pictures of her back in the day, bro. It was twice my size. Who the hell is she talking about this shit, bro? You know, listen, they need a boogeyman. They need someone to fight. They need to do something. I'm not saying this is not a good idea, but at the end of the day, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're just putting it out there and get their face in the news. You talk about influencers being clout chasers. What about these political whores? They'll fucking make up any fucking problem in the world just to get some clout. You think we're bad? Look at DC.
Also, at this point, you're banning it now after all these years. It's already been available like this for food for snacks and canned soda. I mean, at this point, bro, everyone's already fat and diabetic. So, I mean, you don't stop them now.
It seems like the only food that they add in is the rotisserie chicken. So it's like...
At least it's protein, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing they didn't have access to. So it's, I don't know, it seemed kind of pointless to
But
me
to
too.
be fair, though, niggas like fried chicken. So that's not helping too much, man. Just
Yeah,
People a little darker, like a little bit.
they're like a fried.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
They're like a fried, man. It's
Yeah,
cool. It's,
yeah,
it's
fried
cool.
is
So,
well.
Yo, let me just say something. People in the chat can kiss my ass, man. You guys be always talking shit. Listen, this is why you're watching me. No one knows who the hell you guys are, man. You just hope I bring you up. And no one even knows who you are. But I see you. I see you. I see you. I want you to understand. I do see you.
You know the funny part about being famous, bro, or being like in the news cycle? What happens is you become like an actual punching bag sometimes.
Yeah.
People want someone to blame. You said earlier, either people at work, people that they know, family members, or someone they watch all the time. And they say, in this case, today I'm feeling froggy. I'm going to roast the guy
Yeah.
I'm watching. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It's part of the game. So
I'm not talking to all you in the chat. Don't worry about it. Just a couple. I tried to go after everyone. I appreciate you guys, but there are some pieces of garbage in the chat that need to be excluded. No, all you in the chat. Don't chat that need to be excluded.
So Dom, when you post news cycles or post like news videos, right? Do they hate on you, or they just like respond to the news?
Well, unless you really add opinion, for the most part, they'll just respond to the news. It really, it's on presentation. It's really about how you present it. So I could be like, a man got shot, like breaking news. A man just got shot over a racial dispute, and I'll just leave it over that. Or I could say, breaking, a black man just shot a white person. Black man just shot a white person. Thank God, or something like that. It really depends on.
Yeah.
It just depends on how people present it.
If you
Like,
add
they
on
get
that
on the hype.
actual reaction, you're right. Isn't trick people. Actually, you know what's funny? Well, not funny, but this whole debacle with Camilla Anthony and Austin Metcalf, the father stuff. Sorry, the guy that died. They're saying now that it was actually a lie about the whole buying the car, buying the house.
This guy's the news now.
Yeah.
The New York Post and a whole bunch of others. Again, this guy's a murderer. No one's saying anything different.
Yeah.
But they basically said he came from a broken home. They bought a house with all that GoFundMe money. They bought a car. Those are all lies. And where did I learn that truth? It wasn't from CNN. It wasn't from Fox News. It was from this motherfucker right here, right next to me. He's the one who broke the story. Tell him, Dom.
Yeah, well, I feel like they low-key, the media is trying to start a race war.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2025 it is, and I see it with this case more than anything because there's two different realities we see. So you got people that's black right now, they're seeing the reaction of white people. But white people are reacting because they're being gaslit by certain influencers. So white people are seeing this and like, no one's fighting for us. They're allowing this. This
And the
dude is
news.
raising close to $1 million something. Even New York Post, the same one that validated that he did not, they didn't get any of the funds. They also slandered him. They was like, he's living in a $900,000 house. This came out 18 hours before they validated that they didn't spend on the funds, but they said he was living in like a $800,000 house while they were receiving donation and give, send, and go. When people reading that, the first thing they think is that that money is being put towards the house because people are not going to open the article. So they're using trickery to get people to, let's say, white people to push the story and say, oh, look how white people look saying this nigga bought a Cadillac.
Yeah. Isn't this like
Like, it looks racist.
deja vu as well? They're putting it in a kind of precursor for BLM.
Yeah.
Because they got money, went about property. They say, you know what? He's black. He's doing the same thing. And again, we've been shown now that it's been all a lie. And at the same time, if you realize the white people now, I mean, that controversy happened, a big shebang on Twitter, the news, people are going to want to riot.
Yeah.
But this is all like set up, bro. From the
Yeah.
start, from the
I
jump.
truly believe.
all set up.
I don't think nothing changed. I think they still are running both sides. I think
At the end of the day, we do have a black kid who killed a white kid in cold blood.
yeah, he did.
And we see he gets a GoFundMe raised up to about what, 900, 800,000. That's a problem. That's a problem because if one of my kind kills one of your kind, all of a sudden we got riots, we got Black Lives Matter all over the place. But if it's the other way around, they get donations.
Well, I agree.
What type of fucking Twilight Zone shit is this?
I agree with
That
it,
is
but at the
wild,
same
bro.
time, the only reason his donations got that large is because the response they seen. A lot of the responses, I mean, I'm being honest. I seen the most racist shit I seen on X. Like during that time, I've seen a lot of racist shit. I mean, X is X. But during that death of Austin Metcalf, I've seen stuff from people that are very credible accounts that's literally saying we need to round these niggas back up, hang them by the trees, hang them by their nuts. I've seen some very, very, very disparate, things that I know niggas don't like to see. So if you're a black person and you get on Twitter and you see that, your perception of reality is these white folks just want to hate us. they automatically assume that the dude is from a self-defense stance because they see the reaction from people. They aren't seeing facts; they're seeing emotions and insults. So they're going off of that. And from the insults and the emotions, they're donating.
That happens when you get raised by women.
Well,
You
yeah,
get all emotional and shit like that. So I
Definitely.
get it. But listen, at the end of the day, this is cold blood. This is cold-blooded murder. And quite frankly, I was really close to flying down to Texas to join that protest just to cause trouble. Just to cause, I want to interview people. I want to see this because the fact of the matter is, when it comes to my astrology, we got something to talk about here too. Metcalf was born in 1995. I'm sorry, 2007, year of the pig. He got killed in Texas, which was founded 1845, the year the snakes are their enemy sign,
Man, that's
snake
crazy.
pig. And not only that, this is 2025. He got killed. How about this? Wasn't there a college that was attacked today?
yeah.
What was it?
The cow, you said?
No, the college. There's a shooting in the college.
Yeah.
What
It was,
it was
it's up here in
Florida.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
Florida State
Okay.
University.
Yeah.
Florida State University was founded in a pig year,
Oh man,
and
Damn.
this is a snake year. You guys starting to get it?
that's crazy.
You guys starting to get it? This stuff always fits. It's not because Gary's making it fit. It's because this is a virtual reality, and I'm actually showing you how it works. So again, there's what everyone else is talking about, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But there's also the stuff that no one else sees, and that's what I'm going to talk about too. And by the way, chat, I might not get the most on my live viewers, but I got millions of views every freaking month on IG, on YouTube, on TikTok. So suck my you know what.
It's fine, man. They're always gonna be trolling and hating, so it's all good.
Ready to connect. Click connect to show now. You are connected as the host.
All right, what's the next one?
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
The president.
hostess.
The president of the Philippines has published a video exposing the arrest of Vitaly, popular former YouTube and now a prominent streamer.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. We'll play the video, man.
Karma's a bitch.
I'm gonna rob you.
Oh, damn.
Hindi naman Pilipino, pwede ko mong murahin.
Your scooter now. Give me your scooter now. Give me your scooter now. Give me a ride. Yes, you're gonna take a ride.
Ang
What the
isa pa
hell?
nating nakita
Scooter
ngayon na pinanggagawa ng isang foreign vlogger sa ating mga kababayan.
I'm gonna rob you.
Biro man na ito o hindi, sino naman Pilipino ang hindi kukulo ang dugo sa napapanood natin?
Damn.
Nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, nang aasar
this
lang,
guy, bro.
buwisit lang,
Cool.
nang babastos
Tony
lang
Somali.
para makakuha ng mga viewers.
on that boat.
Huwag tayong sasama dyan sa ganyang klaseng ugali. Hindi naman ganyan ang ugaling Pilipino. Asahan ninyo yung mga gumagawa ng ganyan na hindi
All right,
natin...
we get it. So this is what this guy's saying, man. This guy came out here to the Philippines to crash out. He thought he was going to get away with this. Nah, motherfucker, you go to prison. And as he should.
You know the worst part? You got the actual person in charge of the Philippines, the president,
Yeah.
talking about
That
you
shit is crazy, man.
to the public because you're such a menace to society that they say, you know what? We gotta have the head honcho talk about you, bro. Vitaly, I'm not gonna lie, was a star back in the day.
Yeah.
He's the one that originated one of the best pranks I think today. Gold digger pranks. He
Hell
came
yeah.
up with a lot of swagger, did his thing. He did zombie prank, did millions of views. He was popping. And when I was watching YouTube back in the day, it was amazing to see somebody like that come from nothing to where he was at. Then I don't know what happened with maybe the drugs, the lifestyle, the girls, but he went crazy, bro. There was a case actually where he was running, or he was on some type of like road in Florida, and this lady was jogging, and I don't know what he was on, but he actually went ahead and hit her, beat her up, and probably
man.
ate a piece of her face, bro. Dude, that's insane, bro. And then to go from that to recover and come back and make awesome videos about catching pedos, and then do this, I'm like, bro, are you good? Like,
This
is
shit
Crash
so
that
random.
good to do where you need to go back to that nonsense, bro? And again, the worst part is, bro, you go to Philippines to try some bullshit, and then this happens to you, and you're wondering, what was me? I fucked up. Yeah, of course you fucked up, bro. Like, this is common sense.
You know what the thing is? He's born in 92 like you. He's a monkey in a monkey nation. America founded in 1776. He can get away with that shit here. He went outside his comfort zone, and then he got clapped back at.
Damn.
You can't go to other countries and act like a fool.
stupid.
Exactly. Say that again. You are a fucking fool. You had tens of millions of dollars, man, and you blew it all for what? Drugs?
Bro,
You act like a moron.
He's gonna be in jail. Okay, so this is what I understand from the case, right?
Philippines jail.
Yeah, hold on. It's bad. Yo,
shit
it's a
horrible.
room
Yeah.
full of Filipinos, and you know what's the worst part? Like,
It can't get
Damn.
much worse.
they gotta pee, they gotta take a shit, and they're all in there together. And
Damn.
dude, sanitary is not even in the question,
No
bro.
toilet
Yeah.
paper.
You're done for.
That
So-
nigga might not even be
Your
able to.
UCUF hat like a buffalo,
And-
brother.
Mind you, he's gonna have to sit in jail till they call his case. That
Oh,
might
yeah.
be 2 years, 3
They can
years,
play
bro.
with him too, yeah.
And then add to that, each count is 5 years.
Cooked.
He has 5 counts plus.
Cook.
So that means if you try for all 5 counts, bro,
That's crazy.
that's
man.
25, 30 years in jail, basically.
What a
It makes me feel like
What a
that making
moron.
that crash out content, it got to be addictive,
stupid.
bro. That instant, like, it's just like an addict, bro. As
Yes.
soon as you start to fall off, they like, man, what made me hot? What gave me that instant rush? Because doing it the long way, the right way,
It's longer.
it's not as fast.
Yo,
It's
bro,
not as satisfying.
I would rather get no views and start clean and work my way up than
Yeah.
crash out and go
Yeah.
crazy, get some viewers, and be like, oh yeah, bro,
Mm-hmm.
keep going.
But
Go.
that's a guy who used to be number one. He wants to get back that.
Yeah.
So that's why he's doing all this crazy shit.
No,
He
100%.
wants to get back to number one. Let me tell you something, brother. No one gets to be the king forever. You had your chance. It was over. You could have went out gracefully, except you went like a fucking punk bitch. How do you go around to women and say, I'm going to rob you? What self-respecting individual does something like that? That's way beyond streamer. That's way beyond influencer. You're a fucking moron. And you're going to have a long time to think about what the fuck you did when you're sitting in that Philippines prison. Bro, I would rather be in Rikers Island. Than,
Yeah, man.
I mean, I would rather go to a Russian prison. And they're bad.
Bro, I would not wish the Filipino jail on my worst enemy. Dude, you're cooked. Literally, you're cooked. Dude, look it up real quick if you don't mind, Bills. It is literally unsanitary to the
Well,
max.
you wouldn't wish a Filipino
thing-
Jano on Abba and Preach?
Okay, only them niggas. But anybody else?
Okay.
Anybody else, bro? No, but again, listen, Vitaly was a star. He made his debut on YouTube, killed that shit, got millions of views on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. So to see him resort to this type of behavior, bro, even though I know it's in him, it's like, bro, you just saved yourself from that madness, came back clean, and then, dude,
Went
this
harder.
is sad, bro. Like,
I
it's an L.
swear I saw something about 6 months ago where he needed like 140,000, and Steve will do it, and Dana White gave it to him.
Yeah.
Like he was 120,000 negative in the bank. I don't know how someone goes negative 120K.
That's crazy.
That's insane to me. But I mean, like what the hell? They gave him that money, and now he's back. And see, this is the thing I keep telling people: the people who were born on the 8th. Just like Vitaly, the people born in the 8th, just like Jack Doherty, the people born in the 8th, just like some other people we know. When it comes down to it, you have to understand you're very karmic. You do anything bad, it's going to come back to you. And quite frankly, you got enough second chances, bro. Now it's time to be accountable.
Yo, show them the Filipino jail if you don't mind, Bills. Dude, it is
This
really
shit,
bad.
It made me wonder about the immune system. You know, they say traveling in different countries, like we can't really even be around certain people too long because our immune system. So it's like, dog, he got to be that close to them.
And you're being fed slop all day, literally. Just slop.
You get slap here, too. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it
There's
is,
some of them
man.
niggas gangster too. We ain't even talking about that. Some of them actually dangerous, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, that's
he's in
crazy
jail
shit.
with actual murderers,
Yeah, bro.
criminals, like actual pedos he was catching in America.
You know what's funny? Some of those pedos are going to get back,
Oh,
get back at
boy.
it now.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry, but
Give me
And then
that
they got
booty.
gangs in
you
there,
know
bro.
damn well in that prison.
Look at that, bro.
You're gonna end up being
Damn, that's a
someone's
lot of
bitch,
people, bro.
Bro, yeah, look at the one to
That's
the bottom right.
crazy.
All those people, bottom right, it says
That's a
edition.cnn.com.
cell.
Dude. Yeah, dude, look at that shit, bro.
That
is
shit is
literally
crazy,
a
bro.
jail cell in the Filipinos. Dude, in the Philippines. That's terrible,
You see
bro.
niggas rib cages in there.
Dude,
Got no food,
That
bro.
shit crazy.
it is the epitome of where you don't want to
Filipino
go.
lives matter.
Yeah. So again, man, I think Vitaly had his debut back in the day and really showed that it's possible to win on YouTube.
Yeah.
But this is sad seeing someone that was so of high esteem back in the day to where he is now, and then Dude, this is a
People
major L.
loving it, bro. People love it. Listen, I don't care.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't care. He doesn't care. But see, the people who are watching, I'm not saying this audience,
Yeah.
but most of the people who are watching, they're enjoying this shit and they're relishing in it. And you know why? Maybe he's a piece of shit. No, maybe he is a piece of shit. He deserves what he's getting. But see, you guys are enjoying this because you guys need to cope.
Yep.
Because you guys are failures of capitalism. You probably can't get a family together, can't keep a woman. If she is, she's a whore. So you got all these fucking problems, and now you at least get to enjoy someone's downfall. You people are fucking pathetic.
And to that point as well, just real quick, listen, guys, this is not the end of the road here. And you can learn from people's mistakes and do better yourself. But at least Vitaly made it. Did you make
Yeah.
it yet? I mean, Dom, speaking from experience, man, like you weren't always up.
No.
But you have to grind to get to where you are today.
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't start off at the top, but if you want to stay on top, you gotta preserve your value because, bro, this is bad.
I like a quote. It was like nothing is more entertaining to a loser than to see a champion lose.
Damn, that's hard. That's true, bro. It's true.
They love
They talk about 80% of you guys there.
Yeah, it's
I rem-
comfortable to them.
I remember when I was at Starbucks. My boy is actually here from 10 years ago, but he knew me when I was broke. And what happened was is that like I was at Starbucks. I didn't even have a job, bro. I was like, you know what? I want to make it in life, bro. I want to be that guy. But I'll find a way. I'm not gonna get mad or get upset. I'll figure out a way. I'm 21 years old. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Guy pulls up in a Lamborghini
Yeah.
convertible. White chick in the front, black guy. I'm like, damn.
Snow Bunny.
Who is this guy? Slow Bunny Heaven, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit shy. I got a terrible stutter. But I'm going to ask a guy, what do you do for a living? I got up. Hey, man, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I have a tech company, and I invest into real estate, and I buy and hold. And I'm like, I don't know what this all means, but cool. Buy and hold, real estate, tech, got it. And that is what I followed as the path. And it led me here. Funny enough, and I didn't know how it was going to happen or the actual journey itself, how it was going to be. But I just knew if I keep my head down and focus on these things, I can make it happen. And the funny part is, being American, you're blessed. I'm not American.
Hell yeah, you're
I wasn't
blessed.
born here, but I saw opportunity and I took it for what it is. And you can too. But again, I think Vitaly wasted his opportunity, ended up in jail, bro. Just saying,
Something,
bro.
man, something you saying is so
saying.
deep, bro. It's because, like, I'm noticing it's the mindset of people that's successful. Like,
Yeah.
the same thing that can deter certain people, it motivates winners. Like, I got something similar happen to me. I went to CIAA back in North Carolina when they used to do it in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what designer clothes was. I was 19 years old, and I was a private in the Army. And I'll never forget, I was in Nordstrom. Didn't even know what the store was, nothing. Didn't know the difference between it. And I remember seeing people spending $6,000 on clothes for the first time. Mind you,
Whoa.
like, bro, I only knew about Air Force Ones and shit like that. I remember looking in the mall on my phone.
I bet you did.
Yeah, with my brother. What is designer clothes? Because I'm seeing these niggas like, oh yeah, we having this shit. We have a designer. So I'm Googling what is designer clothes. And I'm finding out, damn, so that's what Gucci is. That's what Louis Vuitton is. And I'm looking at the prices. Bro, I didn't get discouraged. I got inspired.
Yes.
I was like, bro, I'm ready to get this. I'm ready to have this one day. And you notice it's always the people, like you'll know it before they even have it. If you are inspired by the things that you don't have, you are one of the people that won't be one of the have-nots.
Dom, that was amazing.
Let's inspire some people right now.
Okay.
Let's inspire some people right now.
Okay. Talk to me, Gary.
Let's
some
talk
dogs.
to them, Gary. 5-team parlay, 1,700 to over 15,000.
Whoa.
Dude.
Let's go.
Damn.
3-team parlay, 3-teamer, 1,000 to 6,500.
That's great.
Let's go.
That's 21,000 right
He does
there.
this literally every day,
Okay,
bro.
let's do this. A 3-team parlay, 3,500 to 21 racks. So that's we got over 40K right there. We ain't done yet, bro.
Oh my
God
goodness.
damn.
Okay, let's go. Another parlay, 1,000 to 6K.
Hey.
Let's go. Keep going. 1,000, 1,500 to 4.5K.
Wow.
One
Shit.
more.
This a hot day.
A small one. I know, not much. More than you guys make in a month, but not much. About 4,000.
Now, I want to say this real quick, right? Because this is actually amazing. But what's more amazing is how you're going to handle this information. Because
Yeah.
Don made a very good point. If you're getting mad at someone winning in life, that shows how you are as a person. Because it's how you handle that scenario or situation makes you who you are. So if I see this, I'm watching for the first time or second
Yeah.
time, whatever, and I'm getting upset, I know I won't succeed because the
Yep.
hate I have in my heart will block your success. But I would say, you know what? All right, this is a good Gary, bro.
My bad. Another 10K
Another one?
from the morning.
There you go.
So we got about 70K right there.
But listen, you might say, you know
In a
what?
day.
I actually hate Gary. This nigga's throwing money in my face like he's a G. You know, he might need to lose some pounds. But you know what's funny about this? Is that
you mean I'm throwing money like that? Is that what you mean? Is that what I'm doing?
the idea is here though that even though he's doing this,
I'm throwing a whole bunch of money with a whole bunch of black people in the studio. See how confident I am?
like in a strip club.
Yeah, you
At the end of the day, bro, this should inspire you. And it's because, listen, if you don't know the knowledge of how someone did something to get to where they're at or the money that they made, understandable. But you say, you know what? Damn, I'm going to bite my ego and say, all right, bro, teach me. Because you know what's humbling about this is that you don't know at the very beginning how to get to where you want to get. But someone's already did it or has a path that they followed. You can take the good parts, apply it to your life. And with that information, you can become either close to them, surpass them, or even success in your own right where you never saw possible. And that's the thing about being a hater. You don't win that way.
And something crazy, man, like you are who you are. Even like the people that's watching, if you're not where you want to be, if you have it, you just got it. Listen to your story.
Yeah.
You're known as one of the best networkers in all of Miami.
Yeah.
What did you do with that dude before you had the money? You networked.
Yep.
I'm known as like one of the best journalists and researchers. I went to
And you
Google. I
are.
started searching. I started trying to find out what this was. This before we had our careers, but we are who we are. Some people, man, they just got it. Like Gary said all the time, if you have it, you have it. And if you have it, you need to hone in it, evolve, and make sure you don't miss your moment.
I want to say one more thing as well. So, you know what's crazy about what Dom said too is that like you can hone in and focus in on your skills and make things happen.
Yeah.
And people focus on always a lot sometimes the clout and status. You know what I realized after being in the circle for this long, any billionaires, people that I do have content or creators, is that I'd rather have the money and not all the clout and status. Because I can live peacefully, do what the fuck I feel like, and at the same time, enjoy life.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I stopped fucking with him because he put clout above money.
Dude,
that ain't gonna work with me, bro. Cook.
Listen, guys, here's a news flash for you guys, just so you know, man, just so you know real quick. If you want to actually have success in this world, clout in itself is not the end all be all. Actually, you can get connections from clout, but without the money to back it up and the money to actually sustain and progress your actual career, you're done for.
Yeah.
Clout cannot save you, bro. It can't save you. Actually, I would argue, someone that has 10K subs as a flowing business, brings in money, is better than 1 million followers with no money coming in.
Definitely.
Because guess what? That million followers, are they supporting you? Do they even like you?
I know a lot of guys who have over 100K followers on Twitter or whatever, and they're broke, and they don't know how to make
Preach.
money. And I'm over here looking at them like, are you out your fucking rabbit ass mind? You don't know how to make money off it? I know people with 5K accounts who are pulling at least 20 racks a month. See, this is what guys you need to understand, man. Some content just don't pay. That religious content, you ain't gonna get anything off it except maybe the Haram police. You're not gonna get anything possible. Same thing with your Christians, man. They'll do the same thing, bro. Ain't no difference. Ain't no difference whatsoever, man. So as a matter of fact, you know, I'm gonna say something. I might offend the Christians here, man. But you know, I don't think much religion, Judaism as well, and Hinduism and Buddhism. But I do consider, like, if you would compare Islam to Christianity, I would consider Christianity first grade and Muslim second grade.
Wait a minute.
Really, nigga?
Hold on, Gary. Gary, listen, bro. You're the homie. But respectfully, nigga, Christianity, nigga, stay away. Let me tell you this about Christianity, right? Listen, numerology, I understand is your lane. But Christianity, bro, has saved many lives. Destroys them as well. But actually
My
has
God's better than yours.
Has a bro, definitely not. Not even close.
No. That's why people kill each other, because my God's better than yours. That's what they've been killing each other
that's
for
what they say.
2,000 years.
And I'll say this, bro. Listen, it has shown that numerology works. Look at all these parlays.
Yeah.
There's like 70K here. However, at the same time, without salvation, what do you have? This world is limited.
This is real. You can't prove your Christ.
When you
is
die,
real.
this can't save you.
No, I don't need it to save me. I just need to eat while I'm alive, bro. I'm good. And you know, I do like steak, right? I eat expensive stuff. You guys can eat that McDonald's. They look like I eat McDonald's, but I eat a lot of steak, bro.
Listen,
trust me.
I'd rather have
Kobe.
Hold on. I'd rather have this and the salvation too. How about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Why just have one?
That's fine. Listen, because one is make believe and one is real.
Wait,
the
wait,
real
wait.
stuff is right
Wait,
here.
no. You can't say that.
I just
You're
did.
breathing right now. You're breathing in air. How?
Yahweh.
Who made your body?
Who made my body? My mom and dad.
Who made your soul?
Well,
it got reincarnated from
no,
my past
it
life.
was God.
you know it goes a little bit deeper.
Yeah, but God doesn't actually interfere.
Well,
God doesn't interfere. See, you guys.
What came
and
first,
I don't mean
chicken or the
you
egg?
guys, okay? Well, listen. There's 3 demons.
rough.
There's 3 demons that people on this planet pray to all the time. Ra is and Elohim. That's who you guys pray to. You got a real prime creator doesn't need your prayer. He will never ask you for your prayer. Only a demon needs to siphon your energy.
Wait a
Well-
minute. Wait a minute. Sorry. Good.
I was saying to go in more detail when you're saying about he put breath into us. You know they prove that every time you inhale, you're saying the word Yah, and every time you exhale, you're saying way. So when it says in the Bible he breathed life into us, he literally breathed his name into us. So every time that we breathe, the first breath that we take is his name. The last breath that we take is his name.
Do you hear his name?
Yeah, I mean if you
I don't
in
hear-
Yahweh,
I don't
yeah.
hear it.
With inhale and exhale,
Maybe
deep
you
inhale
need,
and
maybe you
exhale.
need that dog vision and that dog like sound.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
People, if you inhale, exhale like 20 times, you start to hear it. It's
So,
Yahweh.
okay.
I mean, I'll keep doing
Let's play your
it.
game,
But
Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play your game.
I like games, man.
If there's a God and there is a God,
There is a God. There's 100% a God.
He has given us free will. And with free
Correct.
will, you can choose to do evil or
Correct.
do good
Correct.
or do nothing at all.
Correct.
Now, just for happening's sake, let's say I say that I'm an atheist and I say,
I say
okay,
you're stupid.
good point. And I say, well, you know what? I'm the boss. I'm the guy that made all this shit happen. I'm gonna live my life like I'm that guy. And then when I die, I find out that, wait a minute, I was stupid. Like,
You stupid.
very stupid. And there's an afterlife because this is a very limited life, is the test. What do you say then? Because free will just means, listen, you can do whatever you want right now on earth while you're still living. But when the breath is taken away, we can find out who really is alive
Of course.
and who's
Of
actually real.
course. Listen.
Like when
I-
when you can't see it, but like a leaf in the wind, you can feel it.
Brother, listen, the wind shit. Listen, I don't need to see the wind, brother. I can
Yeah.
put my hand outside the window and feel it. Okay,
Right.
There's certain things that work like that.
Yes.
So here's what it comes down to, man. I believe in logic. And that's why I believe in numerology, because I believe in logic. As I said many times, men lie, women definitely lie, but numbers never lie. And the fact of the matter, when I say 28's number of wealth, I can prove it. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, piece of garbage. But, you know, I can actually prove this stuff. When I say 5s are the best looking, people born on 5th, 14th, 23rd do tend to be the most attractive. When I say that people who are born with 7 energy tend to be intelligent, don't believe me? Find a woman born on the 7th, 16th, 25th. They'll be intelligent. I was shocked too, but try it. It works. So I can actually prove what I say. You can't prove Jesus
Well, when-
existed. You can't prove any of that stuff.
Well, you know, you can prove that Donald Trump was in his enemy year and he survived a gunshot to the head.
Which I said he would.
Thanks
I
to
said he would
Jesus,
win.
but he did it thanks to
Yeah,
Jesus.
you
There
can't
you
prove
go.
that. You can't prove that.
You can't.
Wait,
I'm
He
more
didn't have
I'm-
numerology on the side.
Hold on.
Just
He
as
didn't have
the wind.
numerology
No,
on the
he
side.
actually did have numerology
Oh,
on the
see,
side.
okay.
He didn't have astrology on the side. He didn't have astrology on the side, but he did have numerology on the side. Let me make this abundantly clear, man. I'm more willing to believe that was all a setup to make him win than I believe that Jesus saved his life, man.
Wait a
Come on,
minute.
stop
Wait a
playing
minute.
games.
Wait a minute. Why is there Passover? Why is there actually a tomb?
Because
with
people
Jesus?
believe in
Hold on.
nonsense.
Wait, there was a tomb made for somebody that's not there right now. Why is that actually in history and recorded and has been seen by people at the time that he was walking the earth at that period of time?
Oh, the
Why is that
eyewitnesses
even
that aren't
there?
here?
Because listen, as the wind blows, as you said, Gary, and you can feel it, there's faith. And with faith, listen, I can tell you today.
Can't argue faith.
No, hold on. You can't argue faith because you have to believe. But there's records showing that he was alive on
By
Earth
who?
at some
By
point.
who?
The people that were
Who
there.
wrote those records? Can you prove they were actually real? It
Yes.
wasn't fabricated? You can't prove any
There's
of that stuff.
Old Testaments. There's actually
You
like
can't
tenements of
prove
people.
I
any
would
of
say the
it.
same because we said
Bro,
about
they
history.
discovered it.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Archaeologists-
There's nothing you guys can point that you could put in the court of law and withstand the
But-
test of the court of law. You can. All you're saying here is subjective stuff.
But would
Bro.
that not apply to majority of history though?
Yes,
Since no one
It
is there
would.
to.
It would.
Yeah,
it would. But I can prove Hitler exists. I'll go on the History Channel.
Because it was
I can
recent.
Prove, I can prove Napoleon exists. All the other stuff with Rome, we can't prove that stuff.
There's been cities that have been dug up by archaeologists, and they found actual trinkets, actual pottery from back in the day.
Yeah.
Where'd it come from? A random person on the street?
People obviously made it.
And they lived back in those times.
Yeah,
and they wrote down, hold on, they wrote down, they saw a man do miracles. How was it a ghost They saw somebody say, "Hey, you know what? I'll turn water into wine." Who was that?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I can take this phone
This nigga.
and I can basically go
Really,
back. And,
nigga?
if I went back in time and I show people this phone, they think I'm God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that has absolutely no variable on anything.
But remember, he actually did the act, though. He
You
did
can't
it.
prove that. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't prove any eyewitnesses actually saw that. It all could be fabricated. Every last bit of it. You don't trust the government, but you're going to trust these goddamn religion? And by the way, let me point this out. You cannot spell religion or Bible, for that matter, without the word lie.
The main reason is because I see all these other religions, and none of them get censored or, are targeted like Christianity.
Yes.
So I feel like the same way with Donald Trump, that things are a target because they are for the betterment of people. And the same can be said for Christianity. If it was not a problem for the status quo or the degenerate society that we live in, or even the lifestyle of the elites, it wouldn't be targeted all the time. It's the only one that's targeted the way it is. So it has to do a lot of good.
Why did I marry a Muslim woman?
You're open-minded.
No, I don't give a damn about Islam. Why did I marry a Muslim woman? Fresh?
Because she's faithful.
Yeah, that too. But I married a Muslim woman because most of these Christian women are whores.
Well, yeah, that I would
It
agree
is
with
what
that.
it is.
You're,
Yeah,
hold on. I agree.
OnlyFans, they
Listen.
got that same cross you
Listen.
are.
Yeah,
I don't see the Muslim
Listen.
women with that crescent
I'll
going on
agree.
OnlyFans.
Listen.
It
I'll
is
agree.
what it is.
The biggest hurt to the church was when women came out and said, "I believe in God. I'm a Christian." But then you saw them the night before twerking at the club saying, "Sexy Red is lit."
Yeah.
That was the biggest issue, because now we have people that are representing the church and Christianity saying, "Listen, I am who I say I am." But reality speaking, they're charlatans in, sheepskin. So listen, I understand your issue, and that is true. People pretend to be Christians.
A lot of pedophiles in that church too, bro.
Well, I would argue a lot of religions have a lot of bad people, but that does not make it a bad thing to follow, because some people are saying, you know what, I'm going to take the monarchy of I'm a Christian, but they're not doing it. But again, that was the issue, because they made mainstream news say, you know what, damn, these people are saying one thing and do the opposite. Again, we know people doing that right now, creators, but at the same time, I'm just saying, evidently, you're right. However, knowing that as a pretense, Muslims do follow. I would say Muslims do have a better chance of being pure because of their actual.
And they got something called Sharia law. There's real consequences for being a whore
Yeah.
in Islam. No consequences here in Christianity or these Christian nations here in the West. As a matter of fact, they promote that shit. What does that tell you? So here's another thing I'll tell you. Fresh, this is numerology right here. Why don't you go pray for 70K? See how that works out.
But Christianity.
Hold on. I prayed that I will be in this position right now, 10 years ago.
Yeah, so did about a million other people. You're the only one who did it because you're a monkey in a monkey city and you got it the right place at the right time.
Okay, that may be true, but at the same time, I did pray before I knew. I did pray before I knew about all this, and it still happened.
Yeah, well,
Everything I dreamed about on my vision board in my room came true.
everything I dreamed about came true too, and I never prayed a day of my life.
Okay, awesome point. I'm just saying, bro, that there is a place, time and place for everything. And yes, you may not believe because you can't see visually that he was here on earth, but somebody saw him being here, and that's why Jesus Christ is real, and he's gonna come back again.
You know when Jesus Christ can be real? When Project Blue Beam starts up. That's when it's going to be real. You know what that is, don't
Oh,
you?
God.
Yeah. With the holograms.
Hey, give me a real quick in the chat. If you're into religion, give me a 1. If you think it's bullshit, give me a 2. Let's see what happens. Come on, chat. This is your time to speak up.
I feel like religion is overall is a problem. The world would be more peaceful without religion, but I still do feel like
a lot of people died in the name of religion, bro.
yeah. But the thing about got to bring up Christ again, because like I said, he is targeted and ridiculed more than any of these other deities. Like, so it's going to lead people to believe it might be the right thing. I mean, when you
Yes.
constantly see forces of what people would assume to be bad or evil against one source of information, people are going to align with that information. They're aligning with Christ because the people that they know are the enemy of man are against him.
People
I mean,
in the chat ain't aligned to Christ. I see a whole bunch of 2s here. W chat.
Well, listen,
This nigga W chat.
listen, guys, guys, we're doing a call-in show. By the way, what's the phone number, Bill? It should be on the screen in the right-hand corner.
We'll get to the super chats in
Yeah.
about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you guys want a numerology reading live, it's $98.
So listen, again, you can call into the show. The phone number is down below in the right-hand corner. But I'm just saying, bro, there is actually history that has proven what we're saying here. And also, even in the Bible, it spoke about these times where men will forget God and worship themselves. They'll say, I am better than God. He's
Who
not
says-
real.
Who says that?
No, I'm saying general, right? For example, people call themselves God, Kanye West, other people, and
Mentally ill people.
but that is what you said back in the day. What happened back then? So I'm just saying, if this is not a true book or not true tenements of God, how could it know the future
And-
from back then?
And even the story of Christ, it's not a good story. Who like if it's all made up, who puts their deity and torture the nigga on the cross to die
Fact.
slow? Like that, it's the truth. The real life is cruel.
Facts.
Sympathy,
Real
brother.
life- real life-
Sympathy, man.
Well, yeah.
People love the underdog.
But this is
people
the thing.
love sympathy. They
I
build
would
a
agree.
bond.
But I understand why he had hate though, because he would be deemed as a cult leader. During the time of Christ, everyone just worshipped the deities, never a man in any form.
Yeah.
Even down in Israel, they viewed the Egyptians as blasphemy just because they viewed them, their pharaohs, as a different form of God. So you have Jesus coming down with the same type of rhetoric as a pharaoh in a sense. He's going to ruffle some feathers. If you got people that had those synagogues back then, they're worshiping the one source,
Yeah.
God himself. Even now, Jews that don't agree with Christ, they worship God. They're not atheists. They just believe in the main source. They don't believe that he would, dictate that power down to one man. I believe he was real because the story, it makes sense for the time, for the crucifixion. It makes sense. He's a man claiming to be the one true son of God, which would mean he had some type of supremacy over anyone else that was worshiping that same God. So it put him to death. I look at it
I got you.
in
I
a
got
true
you.
way. I do think he existed, but I can understand why he was crucified at the same way.
Chat, this is wonderful here. I want you to understand what's going on here. We have two very successful black men, and the chains got ripped off in the 1800s, but they're still in a mental prison when it comes down to the white man's religion. The white man enslaved you guys with that Christian bullshit,
Maybe.
and you guys still believe
Not
it.
necessarily.
You took off the shackles. You took
It-
off the physical shackles. You're over here still with the mental shackles, though.
I can't say that because it started in Ethiopia. If you look at any of the real truth
Oh,
of
shit.
Christianity,
Tell
it
us,
starts
Dom.
in Ethiopia,
Get 'em, Dom.
especially the original Hebrew. It comes from the word Bantu, which means group of people.
I mean, you have black Israelites saying the same thing. We can argue all day, but we do know one thing. We do know that these slave masters instilled Christianity
They did.
in their slaves. That's what we do know. All
Yes.
the other stuff we can argue. So again, I will stay what I said, and it's a valid point. The shackles have come on, but the mental slavery is still there.
Definitely.
Listen, man, this one, I'm gonna end with this. I'm just gonna say we're gonna find out eventually, people watching too as well, who was right and who was wrong. And at the same
We
time,
definitely will.
it may be too late
We
at
definitely
that point in
will.
time. So I'm just saying it's better to believe in something that I believe is true from faith and works that I've seen as well, than not believe and end up dying and being dead forever because your soul's gone.
Contrary-
I see. So you gonna live in fear.
No.
Gotcha.
Well, I live in faith, not fear. Faith, because I believe that this life is limited.
Something
This-
I
it
disagree
is.
with a lot of Christians on, that I do believe if you believe in God, or at least the creator, that you wouldn't be denied access to the afterlife. I know they'll say Jesus is the one true, right? I'm a Christian. But I just have a hard time believing the nigga that created the earth gonna send you to hell for just believing in him. Like, how could you blame niggas for trusting the creator? Okay, just to be safe, I don't want to worship nobody that was in any human form. I just want to worship the source. That's what Jews do.
You know what's crazy about what you just said?
It's not nothing wrong with worshiping the man who created, like the boss. They just worship the boss.
You're
They're
the
not
boss.
worshiping no one that the boss created.
You're using your logic, which is not bad, to kind of put a mindset onto God. I think, listen, if I'm the creator, just putting myself in an outward third party experience. If I'm the creator and I create things, I'm gonna dictate how things should go because I made shit. So when the creation tells me, oh, well, I think it should be this way. Nigga, who are you? I made things a certain way, and I decided my son is gonna have my actual power, and I'm sending him to earth. Either you serve him or you don't. I'm gonna give you free will, though. You could do whatever you want to do, but I'm doing things in my way. If you follow me, good. If you
So
don't,
God believes in nepotism.
listen.
I mean, no. Does God believe in
I
nepotism?
am saying,
I'm just curious.
I am trying to tell you
Shit work.
that you're trying to put
Like
restraints
that.
on him when there's no restraints.
Yeah. By the way, to the chat, Jesus will not be mocked. Why? I mocked the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus too. Why?
Listen.
Muhammad, the illiterate man who wrote the Quran. Get the fuck
Listen,
out of here.
we'll agree to
man.
disagree here, but I'm just saying, bro, he is real.
Okay.
He's coming back.
Okay. Let me ask you something, man. If a woman came to your house and she said, "You know what? I'm a virgin," but she was pregnant, would you believe her?
Offer no.
No. Then why do you believe the
I know you're gonna
Bible?
do it. I know-
Why
I
do you
know.
believe the Bible when it says the Virgin Mary was basically a virgin?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll
Stop
say
the
it.
game.
I'll say it on stream. I think that was manipulated. I think there are things about Jesus, and that's because I dealt with Masons. So there are things I believe about Jesus that has been manipulated, and there are specific groups, or people that know the truth.
Who's the Jewish God? I don't even know. Who's the Jewish God?
The same God, the God of Abraham.
Abraham. Okay, he can go to hell too. People in the chat are saying that I'm only talking shit about. No, they're saying I'm only talking shit about Muslims and Christians. All religions can go.
So
every single one of them.
the thing is, so listen,
Gary, I'm gonna pray for you, bro.
Muslims, Christians,
don't
and
do
Jews
that.
I'll pray for
are
you.
Don't do that.
I'll pray for you, bro. I'll pray for
Don't
you.
do that, bro.
Muslims, Christians, and Jews are called Abrahamic religions because we all have the same God.
Abraham.
Yeah, one of them call it Allah, one of them call him Elohim,
Yeah.
and one of them call him
Yahweh?
Yeah.
Well, Hashem, I think is what a lot of Jews
Is-
call him.
So these guys that you guys worship, I'm glad you brought
Not
up
gods.
Abraham.
Not gods.
Oh, demons. When you look at the Abraham has the word Ra in it. Just like pray has the word Ra. Just like Quran has the word Ra. The most interesting angel to me is Raphael, how he has a Ra and an L at the bend. That's the most interesting of all of them. Teenage Mutant, again, whatever. I used to watch that a lot. I actually, I believe in that more than I do Christ, by the way.
All right, man.
Okay. Listen. Enough shaming the Christians. We'll move on, man. We'll carry this conversation another day. Let's get to the super chats because these people have been waiting. Let's get to some actual logic here. 8/5/1982. Oh, we got a 33 life path. Had a real fucked up year. Okay, so you know why you had a fucked up year. You're born in the year of the dog, and last year was the year of the dragon. Dom, you want to add a little bit to this?
Yeah, I mean, it happens every time. I got demonetized last year. I got blackballed. I crashed out on the show. Just the worst things that happened, man, all was last year. The worst year of my career was last year.
And that was your enemy year. So
Yep.
again, this happens to all people in their enemy year. Right now, it's the pigs who are taking the L's. The kid who got shot, Metcalf in Texas, he was born in the pig year. Adam 22 is going bankrupt.
Stop.
He's born in the pig year. It is what it is. So when it comes down to it, people do bad in enemy energy. This shouldn't be a big deal. You should know this by now. 33. Let's see what else we have here. Give me some words of wisdom. Work smarter, not harder. Let's see. I've been into numerology for 2 years, but I've never been able to break it down the way you do. No one can break it down the way I do. Don't feel bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're basically talking to the guy who made it mainstream, so don't feel bad. I have the Q app. I want to take classes. Okay, listen. If you want to take classes, then go to GG33 WAP. And put in GG33 Academy and put in GG33 Silver or Bronze, and you can learn this stuff. And believe me, it has value. I show it every single day. Listen, I want people to understand. I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in the prime creator. Anyone who's atheist is a fucking moron. Okay, this all didn't come from anything. The only disagreement we have is who the God is. I don't believe God interferes. I believe he throws you in the deep end of the pool. That's what this earth is. And by the way, earth has a Ra in it too. Check that out. But when it comes down to it, you guys have to understand this is all a test.
Yes, it's a test.
This is all a test, and you will have to answer to someone above you when this is all over. So most people need something to fear. That's why they do the good thing. That's why they do good things. That's why they listen to the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whatever, because they're afraid. That's why they do it. I don't need that stuff. I don't need the Bible to tell me not to steal. I know that. I don't need a Quran to tell me not to cheat on my wife. I already know that stuff. Some people don't need that book. But you know what I think? I think religious is necessary, but not for men. For women. Women should be the one who are religious.
Submit to your man.
100%. Because think about it this way. Worship, W-O. Woman, W-O. Worshiping is feminine. That's what women should be doing. Men should not be on their knees. Shout out to my Muslim friends.
You tell them the truth.
It is what it is. I'm going to keep it real no matter what anyone says. Anyways, let's go. 8-5. So another thing you have to do is just travel a good bit. If you're in one place for too long, it's not going to be good for you. You got to be constantly on the move. And I'm going to be very honest with you. You're a 33 life path. If you're not influencing the world, you fail.
Damn.
Find your way to influence the world. It doesn't have to be through me, like I did through numerology and astrology. It could be like Edison with electricity. It could be like the Wright brothers with flight. Do something to influence the world as a 33, and that's how you get ahead, my friend.
right.
Let's see. Yeah, you shouldn't get married either. Sorry.
We got.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to people. January 29th, 1998. What should I do with my life? How do I get a bag? Everyone wants to know how to get a bag. Well, for you, it's networking. You're a 3 life path, and 3s get their bag by knowing everybody. You know, say you're a 3 life path, Fresh. I'm gonna call you if I need a boat. I'm gonna call you. If I need a club, I'm gonna call you. As a 3, you gotta know everybody, and that's how you make money, through your acquaintances, through your networking. So you got the charisma. You're born on the 29th. You're old soul. You know that. You got a great mouthpiece. And the thing about him, he's an Aquarius. And right now, Aquarius is dominant because we're in the age of Aquarius.
Oh, wow.
Never have Aquarius been the richest sign, and now they are.
Oh, wow.
A majority, the richest sign right now is Aquarius. That never happened before. Usually it's Capricorn or Scorpio or some shit like that. Right now in the age of Aquarius, we have Aquarius who are getting that back. How do I know that? I've done the research. And number 2, the richest basketball player I know is an Aquarius. The richest guy I know, worth $10 billion in this Aquarius. Obviously, they're 28s as well, but they're Aquariuses. It is what it is. How do you get that bag? Again, network. Don't do anything illegal. I know you're a hustler, bro, but that's really not going to end well for you if you do that. Next year is your big year, brother. Go out there and get that fucking bag. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll go back to the podcast. Oh, wow, this one's sent $1.99. Appreciate
Don
that.
DeMarco for you, brother.
And give them 2.
Don DeMarco.
2 Don DeMarco's for you, brother. Definitely.
Don DeMarco.
Can you tell me what Dom DeMarco is? Oh, I don't even know
So
what that
basically,
is, bro.
back
I'm
in the
not
rap battle
black.
days, people were killing it, hitting the rhymes, destroying people's careers.
Hell yeah.
And Don DeMarco is a signal of respect. Pretty much.
Just when someone get flamed, they drop it.
Gotcha. All right, love you, Gary, Fresh, Dom. But Gary, your knowledge freed my life, explain the life path, family, blah blah blah. From West Africa. How we doing, West Africa? I got a lot of fans in Africa, man.
So-
See, man, they say black people aren't smart. They are. They are. They love me. Maybe the ones in this country, not so much, but the ones in Africa, shout out to them, man. I love it when Africans come into this country and start out-earning African Americans, and then they start bitching, where's my reparations? Man, go out there and get a job, motherfucker. Anyways, born, really, 11/11/1997. I noticed I got into Pure 33 cycle in 9 years. Okay. So when someone is born 11/11, you're basically going to be that guy who can look in people's eyes and tell if they're lying. People who are born 11/11 not only are emotional, they can pick up on other people's emotions too. It's one of those gifts in life, man. They just have it. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told the guy just before. You're a 3 life path. 3s get their bag by being networkers. You have to go out there even if you don't want to. Go out to the clubs. Go out to the strip clubs. Not stuff I do. I don't need to do that shit. You're the 3. I'm the 33. You need to do that shit. You have to go out there and make acquaintances because, you know, they say your network is your net worth. That is so true when it comes to 3s. So you got the charisma. You got the mouthpiece. You're good at sales. You're an ox. This is snake year. Go out there and do your thing. And quite frankly, you're in a 3-year cycle. Now, you might have a little issue when your 4-year cycle hits, but before then, you should be good, brother. Last piece of advice for you. Not only can you look in people's eyes and tell if they're lying, you can tell by their body language. Like, you should be a fucking detective, bro. You got it all going on when it comes down to that. Good luck to you, my friend.
Good stuff.
All right, and if you want a reading, 98 or above, I'll do it live. If not, it is what it is, man.
Shout out 11 times 3.
Also, you want do any calls on the phone, Bills?
Yeah, let's do a call on the phone.
First call. Let's do it. 1973, you're up. 1973.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, Fresh. Good to talk to you, Don, and the guy. I forgot his name.
The guy.
Gary.
Wow, I forgot my
So-
name.
so-
You're starting off good, bro.
So hold on. Let's do name, age,
Fresh.
and what you do for a living.
And Don. Huh?
Let's do name, age,
what's his-
and what you do for a living.
My name's Israel. And, and I'm actually from East Africa, Ethiopia.
Okay. And
So- But I live here. I have my own business.
What do you do? What do you sell?
I have a sign company. We do designing. We make signs and stuff like that.
okay.
I think this dude's capping.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, hold on. He might be telling the truth. So what's the question, bro? What's the question?
Okay, I forgot you said your name. I'm sorry, I'm on the speaker. I didn't
Gary.
hear.
Don't
what's
worry.
your-
Call me wherever you want, man.
Gary. Okay. So, are you using gematria? Is that what it is?
Gematria is kindergarten numerology, bro. We're in the university level here.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I know about
Who can hit 70K a day? Get the hell out of here, man. Gematria frauds are broke. They're broke. Okay? I ain't broke, bro. Don't compare me to these Gematria idiots, bro. Only one good Gematria guy, that's Gematria Club. That's it.
I don't know anything. I know
Obviously.
gematria. That's all I know. So I'm sorry if I offended you. Okay.
No, you're
so
not
here it
offending
is.
me, bro. You're cooking
Okay,
yourself. Love it.
Okay. Can I? So you guys were talking about the President Trump's assassination, like back when he hit his ear.
Yeah,
right.
You understand why most people can't be talk show hosts? See how this guy's stuttering every 2 seconds, bro? You can't do that, bro.
Who?
You.
Okay. All right.
He's a little bit shy. He's a little bit shy.
A little bit
All
something.
right.
Go ahead, bro.
Can I finish, man?
I'm glad to play, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here it is. So I know a little bit about gematria. So I said during that assassination attempt, I was like, is this fake or is this set up or, whatever, right? I was trying to look at all different angles. And I know that some people use the numbers for power. So they do it on a certain date and time and stuff like that. So I said, let me kind of see what I can find to, trying to connect the assassination with.
Come on, let him play, bro.
gematria.
You're not that interesting. Let him play. Let's go.
The point is, I found something that was connected.
Yeah.
From gematria.
What's that, man?
Okay, so the time, okay? The time is 6:11, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The time that was, okay?
Mhm.
So I went to gematria, I put in 6:11. I put in the date, I didn't see anything. I put the time, and it said assassination. So
Okay. Well, listen, I want to make this clear. You are the type of motherfuckers that make me look bad, man. With all this gematria fucking bullshit. None of that shit makes any fucking sense, man. I need fucking facts. You want to tell me, Donald Trump was shot on the 13th, and that was because the 13 ruling families wanted to go over him? Cool. I'll take that. Don't tell me any gematria bullshit. Okay? You might as well be fucking telling me about Christ. I don't give a damn about any of that garbage. Okay? Keep it real.
Yeah. So, caller, is that what you called, man? This is.
yeah, I thought that was cool. Something cool. I thought that was something. Like.
Yeah. Okay. L caller. Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right, man.
Bye
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you too, man.
What's up with our callers, bro?
Get out of here, bro.
What is up with our callers,
Yo,
man?
if you're gonna come
Who's
on
next?
here and
This
be
is
smart, I'm gonna
crazy.
give you that same
Noble.
energy back.
Noble, do it outside. Yo, okay. What's the next one?
Next caller. 1883.
Okay.
1883.
Yo.
We got you,
Yeah.
bro. We can hear you.
Yep.
Yo.
Yo, you in?
Yo.
Yo, you in?
Yo.
Well, yeah, we hear you.
Twice.
So my credit score is like reaching like 700,
Okay.
That's good.
and I got like I don't know what to do.
I used to own a credit company.
Of course, I'm gonna keep building it up. and stuff, but
So okay, so you wanted to get higher? Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're asking, bro.
Yeah.
so I just want to know what to do with
Well,
the 700.
I used to own a credit company for like 4 or 5 years. I'm saying, like, what do you want to do with it? Like, do you have any goal? You trying to get some financing, or you just want to sit on high credit because it's useless if you sit on it?
I definitely want to get into like real estate and stuff like that.
Well,
Okay, so listen, bro. I've had a perfect credit score for 2 years straight, 850.
That's perfect.
I did that shit with zero coming to America. I read a book called Your Credit Score by Liz Weston, and it changed my entire life. Now, regarding credit, bro, it's very important for getting loans, for real estate, cars, even getting rental properties. So, with your credit score, right, bro, I would tell you from a standpoint of getting the actual best rates now, especially because rates are kind of high, is to have the best score possible, which is 760 or above. Now, that's excellent category for most credit bureaus and credit companies, and that means you can qualify for the best rate for the property. However, for a first-time home, if you're doing it for the first time, you can get an FHA loan as well with that, which is almost 3% or 3.5%. But again, for credit score, do you have any debts right now you need to pay off? Do you have any like actual accounts? What do you have like regarding your actual setup?
I just got student loans left.
That's simple.
Like 7K.
You would
Student
tell me
loans?
you got hooked up in the student loan scam.
Wait, you don't have a credit?
Yeah, man.
You don't.
I feel like
Yeah, get
They
so,
got you, man.
so with
They
that,
got you.
if your score that high without that, just get yourself 3 secure credit cards. You're gonna put $200 on each of them. Make sure you charge each of those cards for $5 once a month and pay it $2.50 2 weeks prior to the due date. Then pay $2.50 on the due date. It'll post twice on your credit card statement on all 3 cards, so you'll have like a record of like 6 to 9 payments, and each one of those payments will bring you up like 8 to 12 points. So you do that, multiply it by 2, then multiply that by 3, and that's what you could be making every month on your points.
Oh, I was
But
the
get
numbers
secure
guy
card.
here, bro.
No,
Yeah, but
that's
I used to do this for a living.
that's some good advice.
Yeah, I used to do that. But get secure credit cards. They're one of the best ways. You get approved for it. It don't really run your credit, so it's not going to really hit you like the hard inquiries. You get a soft inquiry for it.
Okay. I feel you. I get you on that.
All right. Good to
All
go.
right. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man. Time to
Cool.
hit the bricks, bro.
All right, bro.
Listen, bro. I hate boring people, bro. These
Listen.
last 2 callers are boring, man.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's get someone out here who actually knows how to talk, bro. I feel like I'm in Ethiopia or something.
Next caller up, 9552. 9552. You're on.
All right, caller. Can you hear us?
Man, they're nice, but if you're sounding like some bullshit, I'm gonna cook you.
9552. You're up.
Name, age, location. Where you from? Can't hear you.
Come on, man. Get your shit together, callers.
Man, our call has been crazy.
Hello.
Oh, we got you.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
I heard a female in the
I
background.
did too as well. Name, age, and location.
Orlando. My name's Ken.
Huh?
October 4th, 91.
October 4th, 91. All right. Well, what's on your mind, October 4th, 91?
Well, I'm actually doing real estate full time right now, and I'm just kind of dibbling dabbling in that right now. Used to run a trucking company last year, but I had to shut it.
Yeah, that Biden economy fucked a lot of people up. You're doing
Trucking.
real estate. I like what you're doing based off your birthday. I'll give you that.
Nice. Okay, so me and my lady, we both do it full time, real estate right now. So it's kind of like we're tag teaming it.
So you work with your lady?
Yes, sir.
Do you expect to? Are you married?
We're not married legally.
Do you expect to be married?
I mean, my personal preference. I mean, I
So
believe
she's a
more in
side chick.
spiritual wedding. Nah, she's not a side chick.
If she wasn't there, you'd probably say she was. Listen, bro. I'm gonna be very honest with you. One of the greatest decisions I made was making my wife a housewife, because she ain't had nothing to do with any of my business. And she has her hand out. I give her her money, give her a stipend for the month, which is pretty high. But at the end of the day, you do not want to be working with your woman.
Facts.
Because, bro, you don't want your woman to have stress. When a woman has stress, she gets more masculine. Then she starts arguing with you back and forth. You don't need any of that stuff, man. You go out there, do what you need to do, come home, tell her to make you a sandwich, give you a back rub, and then bend her over. Everything's good.
Also, do you remember Donald Trump, bro? He made a statement that was very powerful back in the day. He mentioned, I married an amazing woman. My only mistake and regret is that I had her working for me.
Oh, damn.
He said because of that, she
Yep.
became
Yep.
more masculine, more argumentative, and it ruined our relationship because now
Yep.
she's in my business and I can't get it's family.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is separate her from the business, because if you don't, at some point, bro, you're cooked.
100%, I got you. Now, one thing that I kind of, what intrigued me is when he said a couple weeks back, I was watching one of his lives on Instagram. He did mention, basically, she's March 24th, 93, and he said this would be her year in real estate.
Worked out. It will. She's born in 93. That's a rooster year. This is snake year. Roosters tend to do very well in snake year. So I would say this would be a good year for you, but for her. But, retire her after this, man. You don't need to do that bullshit, man. A woman are best is when she has no responsibilities except changing diapers and cleaning the house.
100%. 100%. That's the
And
goal.
I don't care if I sound like misogynist, chat. It is what it is. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm rich enough where I can tell the truth. I don't give a fuck what any of you people think, man. That's why I can tell the truth. That's why Byron says whatever the fuck he wants. He's rich. You can't fucking tell us what to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I can't be fucking bought or sold too. ESPN came to me in 2015. And they were like, Gary, all you'd have to do is apologize for being against gay marriage, and we're going to put you on. I told them to go fuck themselves.
Oh, shit.
And I wasn't even rich back then. You imagine what the fucking type of ego I have now? Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Yeah, retire her, man. A real man makes sure his woman doesn't work. Flat out.
There you go. All right, caller.
100%.
All right, caller.
We're going to do one more caller, and then we're going back to the chat.
Cool. All right, 0919, you're up. Name, age, location, and question.
Jay. I got a question for Gary.
Okay, how old are you? And then location.
20, Texas.
Cool. All right, go ahead.
So Gary, I'm life path 8, and my question to you is, why the fuck do I not want to get no money?
What's your
I'm
birthday?
life path 8.
What's your birthday?
Really, nigga?
Yeah, I ain't never heard that before.
What's your birthday?
I'm 9/2/04.
9/2/2004. Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you're telling me you don't care about money?
I know life path 8 is the achiever and success.
No. Most life path 8s are broke.
Right.
Now there are a lot of life path 8s who are rich, but if you take it as a percentage, I would say 70% are broke and 30% are rich. So you're obviously in the 70%, right?
Yes, sir. As of right
So
now.
you need to get the fuck out of there. Your question should be, yo, Gary, how the fuck do I get that bag? Not Gary, how come I don't care about money? Do you have a bitch?
Nah.
Well, that's probably why you don't give a fuck about money. You have to, it takes if you have a bitch, she's gonna level you up to the fact that you have to have a nice car. You have to take her out to dinner. You have to wear nice clothes. You have to buy her stuff. See, once you actually have a woman, you have to actually go out there and provide for her. So, maybe that's part of the problem, bro. Maybe get yourself a bitch. Maybe get some motivation. I mean, you do like pussy, right?
Nope.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I got higher aspirations when it comes to women, though. Like,
Huh?
like I want, you feel me? Like,
Huh?
that's where my
What you mean?
Huh?
High aspiration with women? What
What are you
elaborate
trying
that.
to date? Beyonce?
What that mean?
Not like, nigga, I'm trying to run up that body count like thousands. It's like,
Huh?
Oh, you don't even have
$1,000.
You don't even have $1,000, bro.
bro.
How the fuck you get $1,000?
Yeah, bro, you are so lost, bro. Listen,
yes,
man.
bro.
You need help. Listen, you're calling to the right show, but nigga, you need help. At the end of the day, bro,
serious,
you
though. I'm
need
serious.
listen, bro. The dating game has changed. It is not pay to play, nigga. You're broke ass, bro. Let's say you smash a couple girls. Hooray, good job, bro. But that doesn't mean shit, because no, you can't maintain them. So what's happening here, bro, is you got a actual issue with your brain. Money first, then girls. You put girls first, nigga, you're cooked. The fuck, nigga? Like, what are you doing?
Shut up, Meg.
Bro, listen, bro. Listen, you call Gary for some advice, man. He gave it to you, bro. I'm telling you right now, nigga. Put the money first. Listen, you want bitches, bro? I guarantee you, bro. You get a bag first, you're focused, you're that guy, bro, they'll come to you.
Never.
You get no bag, bro, you go to them and you still fail, bro.
Never chase women. Chase the money. The women will come.
Yep.
It's that simple, man.
Yep.
I will say this. It is, to me, it is important to find a bitch when you're broke so you can like grow with her together. And that way you know that bitch isn't with you just because you're a bag. I do think that's important. But for most people, that's not feasible.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
not.
can't even find a fucking bitch who's not vaccinated anymore. I mean, come on, man.
All right, caller, you know what you gotta do, bro.
You got a lot of work, bro. These callers, man, you think like, God damn,
see-
what's this, a
but see,
Detroit talk show?
The world
Oh, broke.
is definitely at a deficit in common sense nowadays, and of course, making money. Because they're saying, oh, I need a handout. But did anyone give you guys a handout?
No.
No one gave my Jewish ass a handout. I know you guys want to think that. No one gave me shit.
So listen, bro. Get the bag first, guys. I know girls are hot. Trust me, bro. I've been there, done that. And I stopped messing with girls for a year and a half.
You don't mess with girls?
Back then.
Yeah.
You saw me yesterday and again today. The point is that like
Okay.
you gotta have your shit in order first. Because if you don't, shake your foundation. She gonna leave anyway. So-
Exactly.
by the way, guys, you can also super chat on Rumble as well and support me in the show, A Fresh Start, and of course, A Fresh Start.tv for what's that bills again? For Streamlabs. Cool. All right, we got some more chats here from Gary's.
Okay, let's go. Next one, January 29th, 1982. What should I do? Let's see. What state should I live in? I mean, you are a tiger, so you should probably live in a dog state, a horse state, or a tiger state. Honestly, the best state for you would probably be California. I hate sending people there. I really do, because I'm not a big fan of homosexuals and whores and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, that's the best state for you. So go. I mean, listen, that's a good state for you too. You're stuck here with us for a little bit, man.
Yes,
but at some point, I'm sure you're gonna go to California, because you have to match your energy. I didn't start dominating until I moved to the snake state, and I'm a snake, so it is what it is. Yeah, tiger. Listen, man. I watch those broads, man. That's what I'm going to tell you, man. A lot of tigers have kids at a young age, man.
That's scary.
So many tigers have kids at a young age. Their sex drive is just so fucking crazy that, they'll just pop anything. So, settle down, tiger. It is what it is, man. All right. What else we got? Which ones did I miss? Bills?
We got Michael. Yeah. We just did him, right?
What's that? 610 1990?
Yeah.
92.
92? Okay, 610 92. That is a 28 life path. So you're fortunate when it comes to money, bro. Money comes easy to 28s because that's what they manifest. You know what they are not very good at manifesting? Family. They're not really good at that, bro. Let's see. Elon Musk is on how many wives and how many kids? 5, 6, 7. He's born on the 28th. So people who are born with the 28th, they got the gift of the money coming in, but the family usually suffers. Isn't Bill Gates as divorced? So again, when it comes down to it, you have to understand that as a 28, you're going to have one of those attitudes in life where you go to bed, you wake up, you're thinking about money. My advice to you would be this. Try to balance the money and the family, because I've talked to a lot of 28s who are in their 60s who have $500 million, $1 billion, but they have no family. And they always tell me how much they regret not having kids. So I don't care what you guys think of at your age. You must have kids, because I'm going to tell you what the most important thing. You know why all these kids nowadays are fucking so beta and they just play video games all day? They have no aspirations. It's because when people had kids in the 50s, they're about 23, 24 years old. And at that age, they started having more responsibilities than themselves. They had to put other people above themselves. So they learn to be selfless. They learn to be part of society. Now, you don't have people who don't have kids when they're fucking 40 years old. Brickell's full of dogs. I don't see any kids out here.
Facts.
So here's what I'm trying to tell you, man. If you don't have those kids at a young age, it fucks up your development. And we're seeing what happens in this country. We need to go back to the 50s and 60s, not with different color bathrooms and stuff like that. But we need to go back to the 50s and 60s when it comes down to it, because men need to start having kids at a lot younger age. And for that to happen, society has to change. We need women's rights to be stripped. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this. The most dangerous thing that happens in society is feminism. It fucked everything up. And you know what? I want to actually put something together this year. I want to put together a Repeal 19 conference.
This nigga, bro.
I want to put together a Repeal 19 conference, bro. I really do.
Far gone, Gary.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'll tell you why it's not. Women hold 75% of the debt in the United States of America. If we as men go out to the women and say, listen, we will cancel all your debt. We'll put in our backs. We'll go out there and we'll work our asses off. And you just have to give up your right to vote. Yo. So these bitches will be fucking begging you for the ticket.
70% of our debt belongs to women?
75% of debt.
Wow.
So if we cancel their debt, they cancel their right to vote, it's going to be hard for about 5-10 years for men. Wow. And like, listen, I'm willing to give up millions of dollars right now to cancel out women's right to vote. I'm willing to pay a lot more and cover women's debt. As long as you bitches can't vote anymore, I'm cool.
More money be coming.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds good. However, we have our own debt to pay off, bro. Trillions of dollars in debt.
Mostly women's.
Yeah, but it ain't happening, bro.
No, I think it's a legit plan, and as long as it gets traction, women will go along with it. I'm
Yeah,
telling
they
you,
would.
70% of women will take that deal right now.
I believe that. Yeah.
100%. That is the only way to make it happen. And I'm telling you, if we have a public forum where this can be announced and we can actually vote on this, I'm sure the women will take the deal. They don't want to go to work, bro.
Yeah, they don't pay that.
I've talked to these successful boss women. They're all crying to me they didn't get kids and didn't get married and don't have kids.
Bro,
Every single one of them.
You know what they do? Rather than pay the debt off, they travel and say, you know what? I need more experiences. I'm gonna get more into that. Bro, this shit's crazy,
okay. So they
right,
basically want more dick.
bro.
So,
Literally,
right.
it's sad, bro. All right, we got up next, Michael Martinez.
Did I finish the last guy? Yes. I did? Okay.
What about Michael?
To the last guy born in 92, moved to Miami. That's the best place for you to live in America. File Fresh's lead.
There you go.
He came over here, and I mean, when I tell Fresh, I don't think he would have made it the same way in any other city in America. He agrees.
Yeah.
He made it here. Just like Will Smith. He's born 68. I'm not comparing him to Will Smith because Will Smith's gay, but he's born in the year of the monkey, 1968.
Just casually.
So when it comes down to it, he loves this place as well.
Just casually.
Hey, I'm good at throwing shade.
I see. Michael Martinez. This is 8/6/1987. My wife is 5/28, 1985, with 2 daughters. What are the top 3 traits?
Oh, I bet you got a lot richer since you married her. You know, here's the thing, man. If you, and this is to the men out there, you want hacks, you want matrix hacks, here it is. Start having sex with a woman born on the 28th, and all of a sudden, your money will go up. A certain fellow we know got a contract right after he started having relationships with someone born on the 28th. You know, this is something even here verifies. So when it comes down to it, women are really good. Women born on the 28th are really good at leveling up their men financially. Looking at you, my friend, let's see, what do we have here? We have a 3 life path. So again, but you're home and family oriented. So unlike most Leos, you probably don't cheat that much. Listen, Leos love to cheat, man. I mean, Leos should all be Muslim because they need like 4 or 5 wives, every single one of them. I guess I don't think you can have 4 or 5.
Wait, men and women both cheat?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Leo women, J-Lo, Madonna, I mean, these are complete whores. So when it comes down to it, when you have a woman who's a Leo and she has a lot of money, she will not be faithful under any stretch of the imagination. It's just not happening.
Need constant
Halle
compliments.
Berry, another Leo. So again, these women don't stay, but the men who are born in the 6th or the 15th, they do tend to be a lot more loyal. Plus, the guy's born in 87, the year of the cat. So the good thing for this wife right here is he has such a high opinion of himself that he probably won't degrade himself with most women. Now, I think you guys are a good match. You have a pig and a cat. That's a good match in Chinese astrology. Here's the thing. You're born in 1995. You're the pig. This is not your year. This is the year for you to lay low. Again, I don't want to keep bringing this up, but the kid who got killed in Texas, the white kid, Metcalf, he's born in the year of the pig. Wes Watson, he's kind of in a case. He's born in the year of the pig. So when people are born in pig years and the snake years, they have to lay low. My advice for your wife is to lay low. And I'm not saying not to have sex, not to have a good time, but don't take risks. It's extremely important not to take risks. And also, your wife is somewhat of a loner. She needs her space sometimes. Give it to her.
All right, well said. We got one more. Or you want to go ahead and go back to the?
Yeah, we can go back to this. If you guys if you guys want to chat 98 or above, we'll come back to him.
And also Rumble as well. A fresh start. Appreciate that, guys. Okay. So real quick, we mentioned Metcalf before. We have the article up, Bills, by chance? I think it should be here, right? Not Osmond Gold.
I want to hear Metcalf's wife. The black kid's mother talk. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, her actual. That one's crazy, bro. Wow. No. Let's see. I think Dom spoke about it.
There
we go.
Yeah, go back. I want to hear this one.
Breaking news, man. Dom.
Oh, okay. The mother of Carmelo Anthony says her family never pulled any money from Give, Send, and Go. Carmelo's mom says, "We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, and Go fundraiser. We were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds." On April 16, 2025, New York Post revealed that Carmelo Anthony has not withdrawn any funds from Give, Send, and Go. So she's coming out to respond to a New York Post article.
And let me be clear.
Let's say what you got to say.
The claims that were were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. Oh shit! We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. Oh no! And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds.
Who is this?
I don't know who that nigga. I was wondering.
You see that nigga?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who he is, bro.
He's a bow tie.
Yo.
He's a bow tie. Son.
I'm trying to figure out who bro is.
Hippopotamus.
What's this Nation of Islam shit?
I don't know who bro
He's got
is.
the bow tie like Louis Farrakhan and
He
shit.
wanted to be seen.
Wow.
He's trying to be seen.
That's wild, bro. Wait, hold on.
Yo, my
it's
first
muted.
question. My first question is, why is a woman speaking and not the man?
Bro.
And, like, what kind of cuckery is this,
Dude?
Why, if you're gonna talk about your son,
Yeah.
who's the center of attention in the United States of America, why is the mother talking? Why isn't the man freaking
It doesn't
talking?
make no sense.
This is some bitch ass behavior.
Didn't he speak to at some point?
The father hasn't yet. I don't think so. Austin Metcalf, his dad came in, was in the building. So the child who died, his father was in that building.
But didn't he tell him to like leave?
One of the activists said it was disrespectful. It was like a long clip. He was saying it's disrespectful. He was there, but nigga, it's a black activist. Them niggas are crash outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, black activists are like some of the worst niggas ever.
Man.
Black Lives Matter.
Either way, they did lie about the kid. Didn't take out the funds, and of course, he didn't buy Escalade. So it is messed up. But he killed somebody. So
Yeah, he killed a
either
person.
way, he's a murderer, bro. Just keeping it real.
Yeah, it's all sad, but I still won 70K today, so it's like.
So I heard from a police officer,
This nigga, bro.
the sheriff department down there, my dude Jake Lang, he's actually doing the one that's doing that protest. He's setting up for down on Saturday, and they was talking to the sheriffs on speaker, and they confirmed they are investigating this as a murder. They said regardless of what happened with the bond, it's not manslaughter or anything. They said it's a murder investigation. He's being indicted on murder charges. So that's going to come out. I can guarantee. I can put that on my life. That they did say that the sheriff department called him because they was making sure that he wouldn't post up at the school for the protest.
Do they have a death penalty in Texas?
Yes.
I think they do. What is it? It better
Is
not
it
be
firing?
hanging.
Don't they? Did they bring back firing
Firing
squad?
squad,
In Texas,
I
I
think.
think?
Really?
I believe Texas had brought back firing squad. Yeah,
Okay, I thought the
They gotta put you
KKK
down.
wasn't hanging people.
yeah, they got to put them down by gun now.
All right.
No, sir. All right. What's the next one? We can go back to the regular schedule here.
Let me just answer some people in the chat real quick.
Cool.
A lot of people are asking why I wear sunglasses, why Dom, why Fresh wears sunglasses. I want to make this clear. You might not see it, but there's a lot of lights over here. Okay? How do you think we can let you guys see their black asses? Okay,
Yo,
we have a
real
lot
talk.
of fucking
It's a lot of
eyes, so these lights shine in the eyes.
Yeah.
This is why I wear sunglasses.
Yeah, it's bright,
okay,
guys.
so now you people in the chat can shut the hell up.
Yeah,
God
we get,
damn.
guys, we get it. Wearing glasses inside is kind
My
of cringe,
God.
Yeah.
but there's a lot of light here because I'm black as hell.
You know what's cringe?
He's black
Being
as hell.
broke. You know what's cringe? Being with a whore. That's
Yeah.
cringe, man.
Yeah.
Talk to them about that. We don't have problems like that.
Speaking of whores, Logan Paul opens up about struggles he faced with his father, Greg Paul, and you know he's married to Agda. Agda.
Another pig.
Yeah.
Born in 95. You know, he knows who I am very well because he used to grow up listening to me in Cleveland. I was a local celebrity when he was a kid.
Oh wow, that's actually true. All right, let's play it.
I think this baby is going to change me. I'm really hoping this changes Greg.
Bruh.
Jake and I both did have our struggles in our childhood and just the shit that was happening inside the house. Yeah, man, my dad was physical with us. Like, he would discipline us by being physical.
If you look at kids today, they're a bunch of spoiled little fucks. They think they should own the world and they haven't done shit. The world's falling apart because parents don't know how to be parents. I think I was a great dad. But when I found out I was going to be a grandpa, it's a different kind of joy and fun for me. My thought was, I'm going to turn this little kid into a savage, more than Logan will.
I think this baby is going to change
All
me.
right.
That's good content.
All right, so honestly speaking, he's put his life on display here. But as a parent, Gary, I would say discipline must be had because at some point your kid's going to go out of line. He's going to cross the lines, of course.
That's when you need a man in the house.
And listen, maybe I guess you could argue how you do it may be an issue. But when I was growing up, bro, my dad left and never came back. But my mom would try to hit me. I mean, I would run. But like, I knew there was a consequence to my actions. Not having that, you do whatever you feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the big boss in this house. And without actual consequence to your actions, bro, you become a self-centered asshole. But what do you think, Gary?
When I leave for about 2 weeks and I come back, the kids are horrible. They don't listen to the woman. They start yelling back. But when I'm around the house, there's no talking back. There's none of that stuff because daddy will discipline them. Daddy will discipline. You know, the wife will yell, will throw things. But at the end of the day, you know, not much is going to happen, man. A man will discipline. I remember my dad. I was scared of that motherfucker, man. I would come home and I would know the teacher was gonna call because I got in a fight or something at school. I would disconnect the phone. I would do all sorts of stuff, but eventually that phone call would get through, and then I would hear Gary. I knew what time it was, man. The belt's coming out, man, and I'm getting my ass whooping. And guess what? I deserved it. I deserved it because I disrespected my family.
Would you say the new culture that's saying don't whip your kids and it's abuse? You say that soft?
That's exactly why the kids don't listen anymore.
And why they always run around.
They have no authorities, man. You know, back in the day, daddy used to spank the fucking girl if she fucking got out of line, man. Yeah. You know, if you, the Muslims are the best at this, man. The Muslims are the absolute, this is why I actually respect, this is like one of the only reasons I respect them. But when it comes down to it, you know, to love someone in your family so much, to love your family and the honor in your family so much that you're willing to do an honor killing, I gotta tell you, man, that's real love right there. That's real love, and that keeps people in line because I don't think you understand what's going on, man. And I'm gonna make this abundantly clear, man. Okay, whores are the ruining society. They have destroyed society from within. Because it's the fact that they have kids. And those kids, 85% of women who have kids, who are single mothers, 85% of rapists come from them. 85% of rapists are raised by single mothers. So this is how the process works, man. Feminism creates whores. Whores create single mothers. Single mothers create beta males. Beta males create a weak society. A weak society creates communism. Communism creates death. That's the cycle. And it has to be prevented at any cost.
Cool.
But, okay, keeping it real here, we got an epidemic where a bunch of single moms happening right now. Bunch of kids that are without fathers. I mean, it's taking time, Mom. How do you take that back? Because they're here now.
Yeah.
I'd argue that most
military school. If you don't have a father or a father figure in your life for someone who's a single mother, then the kid has to go to military school on the weekends. Make him become a patriot. Give him some skills in life and discipline his ass. Because these kids who are growing up, like when I see you racists out there, you see a whole bunch of black people looting a store and you're like, hey, and this. I see a whole bunch of kids who didn't have a daddy to whip their ass.
Yeah,
that's what I see. See, you guys are racist out there, man. I keep it real. I know what the real issue is: feminism. Black people didn't have this issues in the 50s. They didn't have this issue in the 60s. They had a nuclear family back then. It wasn't until the CIA started putting crack in fucking LA and started locking the brothers up that all this shit started happening. It was by design.
Oh shit! And another thing too to add on to that you know, perception is reality, and a lot of men that grow up in a single mother home, their reality of what being masculine is only a depiction of what a masculine woman is, you know, displaying to him.
Good point.
So if he has a single mother and she's portraying herself in a masculine sense, that means she's being quote unquote ghetto, she's being irrational, she's reacting to anything in her emotions instantly, and that's where the gangsters come from, because it's like, oh nigga, you stepped on my shoe. That's some bitch shit. I'm about to kill you because you just stepped on my shoe. I don't like that. I just paid such and such for that's female shit. That's emotional. So they're thinking as gangster, they're thinking as masculine because the example that was set for them was crash out when you don't feel right.
Yeah.
When you feel bad. So
you made a very good point. When you have emotions being raised by a single mom, you don't know how to properly distribute those emotions. And as a result, you just see your mom crash out. You're like, you know what? I'm mad. I'm going to do the same thing. But you end up either going to jail or hurting somebody or with a murder charge. Criminality. So I think at some point, bro, like you said, Gary, you need a father figure in your life, either whether it's sports, military, but yeah.
Something.
Without that, bro, you're cooked.
Need
for
something.
sure.
No woman can teach a boy how to become a man.
No.
It's not possible.
No.
All right. We got any more news before we get back to the chats?
We
Because
do.
they're stacking up, man.
Asmund Gold is getting backlash for his take on tipping culture. You know what's funny? In France, they don't tip. Like, bro, yo, I promise you, bro, I felt bad. I
Not
was like,
tipping them, ain't it?
wait, you're working, 8 hours
Mm-hmm.
with no tips? Bro, you're cooked.
They refuse to take them, ain't it?
I mean, there's no option.
Oh.
I even check, dude, it's not a part of their system. So I'm like, how do they make money?
Mm-hmm. They must have a better wage.
They're not getting paid that much.
Oh, damn.
It sucks living in a socialist, communist country, bro. That's all I can
Thank
tell
God I
you.
live in America,
Crazy.
bro.
Hell yeah.
Holy. All right, that's lit. That's wild, bro. Imagine serving people for 8 hours with no tips.
Shit.
Dude, it's bad.
Imagine serving people in the first place.
It's like a Gary, man.
Holy shit. God damn. Yeah, just do a custom. So what you do in a situation like this, by the way, is you just do a custom tip and you make it 0. This is something they do at Torchy's Tacos here in Austin, and that's how you do it. I mean, for me, yeah, you custom and then go to 0. Now, obviously not optional. Apparently, it clearly is. And so, anyway, this is something that happens a lot, and I feel like custom tip equals 0. Yeah, if I don't sit down and get shit handed to me and I'm not tipping, I have no problem tipping people now because I have a lot of money. But like before that, I never tipped in general, even if I was being waited on or anything like that. I think the fact is, like, somebody bringing me my food, like I've said this 100 times, so I don't want to like get into it too much. But like, I would much rather tip the chef and like the cook that made my food than the waiter that brings it to me. It's like stolen valor almost, right? I mean, you're the one, like you've got a guy that's like making the food. He's sitting in there in this fucking kitchen, sweating his fucking ass off, dealing with this, and then it's apparently now it's somebody else that you've got to do it with. Fuck that. It's hot, bro. Yeah, it's hot. And like, you're giving the money just to some cute waitress. I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, I don't care. And so I just want to have good food. And so that's who I'd want to reward, right? The majority of places pay the cooks way more. Yeah, and I think that honestly, like, you think about it, which would be easier to replace, a waiter or a, what do you call it, a cook? I think a waiter, definitely, because, I mean, again, they already kind of have replaced waiters, because if you order the food yourself online, nobody had to take your order. So they've already done it in a way. So that's the way I see
I'm
it.
sick of hearing his voice.
Yeah.
Turn this guy off, man. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm going to make this clear. Like, I tip all the time, even if there's no reason to tip. I at the casino today, I'm like, what does everyone want? I gave him like $20. It was like $3 and some change left. Keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it. I always let people keep change. I like being a big tipper. You know why? Because I'm in a position where I can actually do that. If people are actually working and serving you, go out there and give them a couple extra dollars. You just said you're rich, bro. What's the matter if you give someone an extra 20? That's good. If you give a poor person an extra 20, that's just gonna light up their day.
It will.
They'll put a smile on your face. I can't even get that for $2,000,
Bro.
or
Right,
$70.
You're right,
Bro,
for real.
$20
You gotta experience
people are
happiness
happy.
to others, for real.
There's a guy that lives in my building.
Mm-hmm.
Steve will do it. I've seen him multiple times. Nice guy. Our valet brings cars down. We have an app. We call for the cars. G-Wagon, Rolls, Ferrari, Lambo, you name it. He wins some money or gets some money, he pays everyone $1,000. Now listen, I ain't on Steve's level, but I give 100 to each person as well. And I think if you get a service that's amazing, that's good, that you appreciate, you can give a tip. But you know what I don't like? I don't respect? Shake Shack, nigga. Bro, I'm at the fucking chaos. There's nobody there. It says,
Oh, yeah, that shit.
okay, make your order. This is back in the day when he used to log Shake Shack. And it's like, leave a tip. Nigga, nobody's here. It's the machine. What the fuck? And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna give you a tip. Custom tip, 0. So I get what he's saying. It is the proper service.
Yeah.
I will tip you, bro. But a fucking chaos, nigga. Hey, is AI coming to us, bro? This is bullshit, bro.
What do you drive again?
Gary, bro, come on. Oh shit! Listen, bro. I'm just saying,
again, bro?
I'm just saying, service is provided and it's
Yeah.
good. You're getting that tip. No service and it's fucking chaos. An AI machine? No, hell
Stay in
no.
the business. Yeah.
So nah.
You know where tipping started?
Cows.
Whorehouse.
Oh, hell no, nigga. Hell no, bro. Bumbleclap. Hell no, bro.
That's where Tippy started, man. After they did the service, they want a little extra. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man.
Actually, do you know that dessert? I think is it flan? So I learned this in France. Well, one of those like desserts. Oh, tiramisu.
Yeah.
So back in the day, when the whores would have customers come to the actual brothels or homes, they would leave a bit drained. So this young man said to the whore, "Hey, do you have any coffee or anything that could wake me up a little bit so I can get back to work after this event?" And she decided, you know what? I can make this guy some coffee and dessert at the same time. And she created an actual creation called tiramisu, which is coffee and dessert at the same time. And that's how it was birthed to be the dessert we know today as tiramisu.
That's some nasty shit. and by the way, for someone says Gary never reads the chat, so there you go. You're wrong.
We do what we can. All right, what's the next one, Adam?
All right. Thieves pulled off a $20 million jewelry heist in downtown Los Angeles by cutting through a wall and emptying 2 safes.
Yes, guys. Okay, so my jeweler, I sent him this video. He's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Because, dude, imagine, right? A jeweler has his actual assets in the store or in a safe, right? So you're like, all right, my shit's good to go. No one's gonna come in here and actually like take my shit. There's alarms, cameras, but they went through the opposite building, adjacent to actually the store, dug into that and took it out from the safe. Dude, that's fucking genius. They must have known someone that works there that said, "Listen, go this way," because how would you know to do that? Anyway, let's play a clip. This is insane, bro. It's everything, bro. Holy. For hours, by the way, drilling.
And no one caught that.
Jewelry thieves pulled off a $20 million heist, and they're still at large.
So it really is something like out of a movie. Check out this video. It happened in a local jewelry store in downtown LA Sunday night. The thieves broke into a vacant property next door, drilled through a wall to reach the jewelry store. No alarms went off. That gave them hours to empty the display cases and crack the safe.
We're in the gold business, and over the years, my father's been here 20 years, and since he started, the gold has gone up 10x. And then also in the past few months, we've been doing social media, so our business has grown a lot in the past few months, and then they took it all right at our peak.
Now, the owner says thieves used the same method in a previous robbery. The family that owns the store does not have insurance for the stolen jewelry, but they are offering $100,000 for any information about.
Jewelry thieves pulled off a $20 million.
Bro.
No insurance? That's
gone.
sus as hell.
Gone.
You almost never hear that.
20 mil.
And no insurance.
No insurance.
That does not make sense. I never hear nothing
No,
like
wait, they're in business. Sometimes you got to cut back. Sometimes you got to make decisions. I understand it. The worst part is these people lost everything because some thieves took it. It's disgusting,
Bro, this
man.
has to be inside job. This has to be inside job. There's no way they would know to do all of that.
Yeah.
And where to go not to get caught and get out scot-free. So, bro, $20 million not insured is insane to me. But again, you're right. People cut corners for business. They've been in business for years, comfortable, they're safe. Wow, bro, that's insane.
All right, let's do some super chats, guys.
All right.
Which people say I never do. We spent like 30% of the show talking to super chats. But
Listen,
all
bro,
right, guys.
Gary reads them, man. He sees you guys. The support is real. Get it? The support is real. Is real.
All right.
What's the next one, bro?
All right, let's. I guess I'll go over here. What do we have? 3/10/2009. 6'1" Pisces Ox, currently living in New Jersey. Well, what the hell are you living in New Jersey for? That's your enemy state, dog.
Damn.
If you're an ox, you're not supposed to live in New Jersey. If you're an ox, you're not supposed to live in Pennsylvania. That's your enemy sign. Get the hell out of there. I'm graduating high school in 2027. Everyone graduates their enemy year, bro. That's just a setup. Just the way it works, man. You know how it is, man. I can't move right now due to family factors, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Listen, I was stuck in my enemy state for a while, too, until I moved out. Listen, if you're stuck in your enemy state, you can't really make any big moves because they're going to blow up in you. So if you're stuck there, there's not much I can tell you. I can tell you to get the hell out, but if you don't follow the advice, what do you want me to do? Looking at your birthday, brother, you're a stubborn motherfucker as it is. You work hard. I mean, all I can tell you is get out, man. You don't belong there. do whatever you can in your power. Now, I understand sometimes you have a family to look after and you got responsibilities, but find a date when you can actually get out there and start saving for that date. Your number one issue in life is to get the hell out of your enemy state. There is no Gary the Numbers guy worldwide if I didn't move out of Ohio. Fresh never knows who the hell I am. Well, he was talking shit to me on the show, so he probably did. This guy probably never knows who the hell I am. I don't know who Bills is. I don't know who any of these guys are. But I moved down here to Florida. I didn't know anybody, but I moved in my right energy. The energy was aligned, and I made things happen. I encourage everyone to do the same thing.
All right.
It is what it is. Let's see. Do you have any other questions? No. Let's see. Your factors: dad, rooster; mom, monkey. I mean, that's not the best relationship, but you don't have any enemy signs, so that's a good thing. All right. Let's see. Who's next?
David?
Let's do male. 9/25/2003. Mom. 6/30/1982. Dad. Okay, what are you asking me? Damn, you just give me 4 birthdays. Any advice for the family? Okay, let's start with the mom. Very attractive. Oh, male. I'm sorry. I thought you said mom there. Male, born 2023. Well, those are the pretty boys in life. The GOAT males are the pretty boys in life, and quite frankly, I've said this before, I'll say it again. You're not here to do things aggressively. I looked up all the greatest generals in the history of warfare. Every sign was represented except one: GOAT. GOAT ain't about that life, man. As a matter of fact, when the Nazis took over France and they started negotiating a deal for the surrender of France, who do you think did it? A GOAT. They're not about that life. They're not here to be violent. They're not here to actually enforce their will through force. What they are here to do is smile, joke, network, get you subverted that way. They do it with words. They do it with kindness. They kill you with kindness. So for me, I would say that's the best approach for you. Kill people with kindness, brother. That's your best approach to doing it. You got you're a 3 life path. You got a good mouthpiece, but you're born on the 27th, which also 25th, which means you have to have your alone time. People who are born on the 7th, 16th, 25th, they need time to be by themselves. They need to be in isolation. I've driven so many times across the country. And if you're in like some shithole like Nebraska or Kansas, you see a whole bunch of cows on the end of the street, like a farm and stuff. Then you see all the cows together, and then you see one cow over there on the side. Every single time, like, that's the 7. He's always by himself. Doesn't matter if it's animals, doesn't matter what it is. People who have that type of energy need their alone time. You're intelligent, you need to be among your thoughts. So for you, it's always going to be, am I going to network, if I'm going to be the center of attention, or am I going to want to be left the fuck alone? You're going to have to battle that battle within yourself. It is what it is. All right, let's see. Who's next? What do we have here? All right, Gary, much love. I think I already did that one. I think we're good?
Yeah, I think we're
good. We got any more? Bills, if I missed any, let me know.
Did we do David?
Which one is it?
Daughter, 6/29/12.
6/29/12. Which one are we? Oh, 6/20. Okay, there we go. Daughter, 6/29/12, 2012. I see it. 4 life path. Daughter, born on the 29th. Should be very emotional. See, you have a dragon daughter. Dragons are the most masculine sign. So women who are dragons tend to have an aura of authority. Like, I don't listen to women. I never have, but I have noticed that I take dragon women's suggestions a little bit more seriously than I do other women, and that's their power. They have the power of authority. Dragons are here to lead. So even dragon women have it to a point. Don't go all crazy and everything like now. Dragon men are leaders. The greatest leader, I think, in modern, not modern, but in human history, could be say is Julius Caesar. And he was a dragon. And his greatest enemy was the great Pompey, who was a dog. That's how it always works, man. It is what it is.
Shout out Pompey.
Let's see. What did he ask me? Another daughter, 7/17/2017. Rooster, feisty. So you got 2 alpha signs, even though they're women.
Damn.
It is what it is, man. He has a horse over there. Horses are so freaking stubborn.
Yes.
You can take them to the fucking water. You cannot make them drink. You want to tell how fucking stubborn horses are? Nelson Mandela is the perfect example. He was arrested. He was in jail for about 3, 4, 5 years, something along those lines. And the apartheid government came to him in prison and said, all you have to do is sign this piece of paper saying you renounce violence. That's it. Nothing else. And you can go home, fuck your wife, see your kids. He said no. He spent another 20 freaking years in prison because he wouldn't sign a piece of paper. You talk about stubborn, it doesn't go any further than that, man. And here's the thing about horses. They don't give a fuck about money either. Warren Buffett, who is worth like, what, $200 billion, still living in the same house he like lived in the 60s. Damn. You know, people wonder why Myron still drives a 2002 car. He's a horse. Funny enough, that's a horse here. So it is what it is. So when it comes down to horses, they're not here for material gain. But when I look at your daughter, yeah, she's definitely going to be very opinionated. Good luck with you got nothing but daughters who are like alphas and stuff like that. But I do see a lot of 8s around them too. So you should have some money. And the last daughter, god damn, you gave me a whole bunch. January 3rd, 2004. So that right there, that one is going to be the most beautiful of your daughters. That one right there is always going to be the center of attention. People born January 3rd, people just like them. You know, there's some dates that have a lot of soulmates. Some dates' energy is that people just like them. January 3rd and February 1st are 2 of those dates. Wow. And Greta Thunberg, whatever that bitch's name is, she's born on January 3rd. And who's that kid who got caught? Riddle, he shot a couple people at the protest. Kyle Rittenhouse. Yep, he's born on January 3rd. So you see 2 people who are absolutely nobodies come to the center of attention. That is usually what happens with those type of birthdays. Everyone started talking about them. Everyone started loving them and stuff like that. So when you have a birthday of January 3rd, expect a lot of fans. Okay. A lot of fans. So it is what it is.
All right.
Awesome.
I think that's it for the chat, sir.
Bills, can you go to my Twitter account real quick? This goes out to all my haters. I want to make this public.
Oh, here we go.
Put up and let's go to my Twitter account. If you guys are wondering why I'm sucking on a lemon, my throat's a little sore. You guys can do whatever you guys want, but I'll suck on this lemon over here.
Pause.
All right, keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Oh, what's up, Dom? You want Alex Jones? Keep going down. Keep going down. Go up. Right, no. One more. Down. That video right there. So let me just give you context.
Here we go.
This is one of my haters. This is one of my haters. This guy has been talking shit about me for 9 months on Twitter. I want this to make this clear.
Here we go.
This is what happens to people when you keep running your fucking mouth. Play the tape.
Play the tape, man. Let's go.
I love how Gary just casually went here, bro.
Go.
Hey, put your phone down.
Man.
There we go.
Michael.
There we go. There we go. Look at that shit.
That's enough. So
there we go.
This mentally ill individual has been saying I was going to die every day since last July.
Oh, damn.
He's been saying this on Twitter. He's been saying vile stuff about me. I want to make this very clear. If you go to that level, this is where you're going to end up. GG33 has friends in the government, has friends in the FBI. We got friends all over the place. You take it to that level,
they do.
This is where you're going to end up. I'm making this clear. I'm not the one to fuck with. Okay? You guys were talking all that shit in 2024. What the hell did I tell you was going to happen in 2025? That's number 4. Who's next? Keep fucking with me.
Good example, Gary.
Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me.
Bills, we got any callers at all?
He undefeated.
Any callers? Cool. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That is going out sad, though.
Hey, man.
We're going out real sad.
It is what it is. But, we live in a world where you have to win. And a lot of people bitch because they don't win. And they want the privilege of winning, but you actually have to win to get that privilege. I'll give you the best example. We were there today. All of us are there. Seminole Casino.
Yeah.
Why did the Seminoles have the right to actually have a monopoly on casinos in the state of Florida? No one can have a casino or at least a sports book without there. It's in the Constitution of the state. Why is that allowed? It seems very unfair. Why does that minority group get to make billions upon billions of dollars while other minority groups don't get shit? I'll explain why. While the African Americans were shipped here by the Nigerian slave masters, they lost wars. They were shipped over here and they took L's. When it comes down to Palestine, I know a lot of people want to talk about Palestine. I get it. But see, if the Palestinians actually won wars in 1948, if they won wars in 1967, if they won wars in 1973, they wouldn't be in this position. You know what the difference is with the Seminoles? They won. You understand? The United States government couldn't beat the Seminoles. The Seminoles knew the swamps and everything, the land in Florida so well, the U.S. troops had no chance. They were the only Indian group that didn't lose to the U.S. military.
Damn.
So now, because their ancestors actually won, which is something the Palestinians didn't do, something Black Americans didn't do, they have privilege. Do you know every time an Indian of Seminole has a kid, it's $15,000 a month they get from the tribe? $15,000 a month per kid. Every family member or everyone in the tribe gets over $10,000 a freaking month. They don't have to do anything. It's their right, because that's what happens when your ancestors win. You get privilege. So again, don't get mad at me because I'm telling you what it is. I'm not taking sides here. The hell with Israel and the hell with Palestine. I'm telling you, winning matters. So sometimes, maybe don't, if you're a Black Lives Matter guy, don't get mad at the white man. Maybe get mad at your ancestors that he got enslaved by the Nigerians and got sold, and now your black ass is over here because of that.
Damn.
Winning matters.
How dare you?
All right. Gary's going in right now. Okay, let's look a caller if you don't mind, Bills. 8184, you're up. 8184, you're up.
What's up, Gary?
What's going on?
What's up, Gary?
Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, male, from Chicago.
Sorry to hear that.
I work for this delivery company founded August 28, 1907,
Okay.
a universal year.
Yeah, but it's found in the pig ear, and we're in the snake ear. Probably not the best place.
1907?
Oh, I
the
thought
goat
you said
year, isn't it?
2007. Sorry, my apologies. You're right.
No, it's all good. I'm born 9/1, 1981. Yeah, man, I got a lot of respect for you, Gary. My wife's born 1984. I got a daughter who's born in 2009.
Seems like
And a son
oxes
born
and rats is
2015.
doing. Sounds like oh, you're born in what year?
No, 81. I'm born in 81.
Okay, you're born
My
81.
son,
Your son?
2015. Daughter born 2009.
Okay, so they're gonna have problems. They're enemy sides. You know this. They probably fight already.
Oh yeah.
You know, and the
But the funny
daughter,
thing-
the daughter is going to be the dominant one because she's the ox, and the goat,
Yeah,
who's a
she's a
male,
little- she's a little bully.
she
Yep.
bullies him, and this is
She's a
how it
little
works.
bully.
The oxes are always going to bully the goats. It is what it is, man. As a parent, you're going to have to do everything you can to stop it, but at least you understand why it happens.
Yeah. Yep. I get it, Gary. You're right. Listen, my wife born 1984, and the significance of that is, I'm pretty sure you know. My mom's born 1957.
Okay, well, I understand you want to give me your whole family. I get it. You're excited and stuff like that. Let's keep it to a couple birthdays so I can do my thing. Now you're throwing a whole bunch of birthdays with me. I'm not a machine. I'm not going to remember everything. But your wife is born in 1984. That's the year of the rat, but it's also a 22, which means your wife got a good body. Congratulations.
Cool. All right, let's go with me. 9/1, 1981.
9/1, 1981. You're on the 11 life path. Control your emotions. Don't let them control you. You also have a very critical mindset. You're a perfectionist, and you're also like enjoy arguing, bro. So you're probably not a prize to live with and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you're a family-oriented guy, so I respect it.
Cool, awesome, man. I got a lot of respect for you, Gary. Just want you to know that.
I appreciate it, my man. Take care.
Take care.
I hate it when people are nice to me and I can't roast them. Stop that. Stop that, man. I can't get clips off people being nice to me. Come in here with some attitude so I can roast your ass.
All right.
Anyways, let's do a super chat real quick. 9/11/2000. We have someone born on 9/11. So again, that's that infamous day 1 year before September 11th happened. So you're a 4 life path, which means you got to work your ass off. You're a dragon. You're very honorable. That's the one thing about dragons. There's just honorable people. I actually even trust dragon women. I know that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
But dragon women actually, you know, they're not going to be the ones who are going to try to knock you up or, you know, get like knocked up so they can be around you. They're not like that. They're extremely honest and trustworthy people. So it is what it is with you. When I look at your birthday, you're going to have to work your ass off in life if you want to make it. Sorry. There's no shortcuts for you. You're not going to win the lotto. $1 million is going to jump in your hand. That's not the way it's going to work for you. You have to work for everything. And as long as you control your emotions, I'm 100% sure you'll make it. Because if you were a stock, I'd invest. Flat out.
Nope, you can make it.
I don't make mistakes like that. 100%, man. I like it. See, did I miss anything? No, I think we're good.
All right. We got a drama alert, another article here. Blue Origin attacked for DEI after showing off all-female crew featuring Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos, fiance Lauren Sanchez, featuring Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos. Because I've heard people like saying, "Oh, it's real. They actually went to space." Nigga, I don't believe none of this shit, bro.
Okay.
It's hard to believe.
6 women went into space together. Okay.
And they came down like instantly. So I mean,
maybe they're going to tell us they're born again virgins too.
Apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, Bills, can we get that commercial ready in about 1 minute? I appreciate that.
So, is there a video? Because, bro, I think this is all fake, bro.
Women
Yes.
lying, never.
Well, they're comfortable. Okay, that's for sure.
this is so stupid and pointless, bro.
Oh my god.
This is so stupid.
My head hurts just looking at this shit.
Like, what did
I'm
it
being
accomplish if
serious,
they're not
bro.
real astronaut? And it
Yo.
was like it's supposed to be like
Yo,
motivating.
I promise you, bro, like shit like this, I'm just like, okay, I get it. You want to introduce us to going to space as a thing that's actually accessible and we can all do it together. But, bro, what, 6 women?
I'm trying to figure out how space is so accessible that niggas can just go up now. I remember growing up, niggas used to have to like literally go through NASA training and then the shit spinning around
Bro,
and all that.
the man on the moon.
Yeah, they don't have to work for it. No,
Oh,
niggas just go to space
they
now.
have to work for it. They have to work for it just in a different way, you know. They gotta work for it just a different way, bro.
Oh, man. Listen, bro, that's just an L, bro. They don't all go to space, bro. Look, they might have went up, but I don't know what space.
Yeah,
It's whatever,
there's
bro.
no way they came back down too quick.
Okay, so we got next. Pokemon is joking about leaving the USA. Nigga, leave. You don't give a
Bye.
fuck.
Bye, bitch.
Nigga, just leave, bro.
Bye,
Who cares,
bitch.
bro?
That's the post.
Like,
Nope.
we're supposed to care, nigga?
Did she say what is the response for?
Yeah, I'll help her. I'll buy her a plane ticket. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
one less whore in America. Congratulations.
Bro, I was at TwitchCon, man, and I actually ran into Pokemon. I didn't speak to her directly, but I feel like she knew who I was. She was like, And I was like, bro, she ain't even all that, bro. She's just like a regular girl. But again, being a streamer, clout status, I'm that bitch. All right, nigga. Nobody cares.
My wife said it. My wife said it best. If you want to get rid of female streamers, get rid of filters. They're done.
Well,
they're absolutely
King
done.
funny for dropping that picture.
Yeah, that fucked up, man.
How is she even attractive?
Well, with the right lighting and makeup, anybody could be. Well, not anybody, but most people can be.
She
somewhat
looks really
pleasing.
good when they get her when she's
Really?
streaming.
She
Mhm.
looks like she's fucking ran through, bro.
Well, that's
It looks like a weave. Like I'm not even sure this is a white woman anymore.
She's like
she got a
Yo,
weave
this
on.
is-
and
she's
shit.
working. She looks
Bro, this is
completely different.
diabolical, bro. Nigga used the worst photo ever, bro. What the
Yeah,
fuck,
that's what I
man?
said. He's funny, bro.
All right, what's the next one? We got a bunch of these here.
Drama alert. All right. Japan is seeing a report of a rise in vandalism or live streamers to blame for promoting constant reckless behavior. So I'm guessing they're talking about Johnny Somali because, you know, he was down there and crashing out. So they're thinking it's starting up a trend from foreigners like America going down to other countries, not respecting their cultures.
See, I don't understand. Okay, locals that live in these areas, they gotta use machines, use the actual infrastructure here to get items to produce. Sorry, to go ahead and acquire for daily uses, right? So obviously speaking, you know, this is bad because now they can't access things that they need. But a streamer that's coming into the city or town is coming to her for a day or two or a week, and he's gonna fuck it up and then leave. My thing is like, bro, what is the point? For a couple of views, bro, is it really that amazing? No. And then people that live there, now they gotta suffer because of your dumbass.
Yeah.
Bro, it's an L, man.
And this is a question for content creators, bro. Let's say you do it. You go out there, you do this shit, it goes viral, you get 10 million views. Nigga, you got to go back and do it again. That's literally your content now. Like, bro, you're going to go to prison eventually. Like that, you cannot make crash out content your theme.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well.
Yeah, I think the whole shock jock value that people were going off of is not the worst, but this is terrible because it actually hurts people's lives directly. And to be honest with you, bro, it's just not necessary. Like, this is just dumb, bro.
None of this shit's necessary, bro.
Yeah.
None of it's necessary. Bills, Let's go to our sponsor today, Q Studios. We're in Q Studios. The Q app is the best numerology astrology app in the freaking world, man. Nothing but 5-star ratings, and it gets better every freaking week with AIs and all sorts of stuff. Play the commercial, Bills.
And we're back.
And again, thank you for Q Studios for sponsoring this great show, the 305, because we're above 304s.
Thank you.
That's honestly why I wanted to name it 305, man. I know people think it's because the air code, but we're better than you, 304s.
That is very true.
Next super chat, 11/30, 1979. Born in Korea, South Korea, moved to U.S. in 1983. Started a spa business. Of course you did. On 1/3/2001, doing great. Wanted to do business, branch out, start a new business, blah, blah. Actually bored. What would you recommend? Of course you're bored. You're bored on the 30th. Nothing keeps your people's attention for too long. Anyone bored on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th, they always get bored. My kid is born on the 21st. Dad, I'm bored. Dad, I'm bored. Dad, I'm bored. It is what it is. So what I recommend people with that birthday do is they become multitaskers. Don't just do one thing. Do a wide variety of things, because if you do that, that's the way to get around your boredom. Trust me on that. Looking at your business, you started your business on a 9-day, but I do see some good things there because you started on the 3rd and you're born on the 30th. That's positive. You started your business in a rat year. You're a goat, no issues. Yeah, I'm assuming you are doing great. I'm looking at your birthday. You have hella charisma. People really like being around you. You're a goat. You like to finesse people, man. You're good at it too, man. Looking at your birthday, work hard, girl. You gotta work hard. You know, some people who have that 4 energy, they just have to work hard. You know the best thing about being a 4? They're like that tortoise. Slowly but surely, they get things done. Does not describe you to a T.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, 4s get things done. And 4s are very reliable people, man. Every time I asked this guy to do something, he did it. Every single time. No questions asked either, man. Because that's how 4s operate. They will work hard. They'll work their asses off. Your best year coming up is going to be 2027. Goat to goat. It is what it is. I know you're bored, but, you know, that's part of life, being born on the 30th. At least you look young. That's the good thing about being born on the 30th. You look young. Let's go back to the podcast.
So,
all right. So,
oh, you got it. Yeah.
This one right here is, well, this should actually have been the main topic, but it's kind of gross. So, to be real with you, bro, nah.
Bruh.
What I'm about to say, bro, is that this topic right here, bro, is disgusting. You have to understand, right, bro? Life is short, it's limited. You have one life. This 304 hoe, big ass slut, right here, is saying to the world, you know what? I have HIV. But just because I'm that bitch, I'm not going to tell you I have HIV. We're going to go out, kiss, hug, have a good time. And you know what? If it goes well, the vibe is there, we're going to fuck.
Is that not illegal?
And I won't tell you what I have. How is she doing this and still not in jail?
Demon. That's
Bro,
a demon.
That's
a demon
is
right there.
diabolical. He's on TikTok, social media, spouting, saying, listen, I can do as I please, and you can't do shit. This is disgusting, but play it, bro.
I'm HIV positive, right? And this is just a PSA to those that are not HIV
Pause.
positive.
You know what's scary?
Her face.
You cannot tell she has HIV, bro. So imagine, right? You out with your boys, you see her out and about. Yo, you seem pretty cool. Like your vibe. Let's connect.
She looks like she has Down syndrome.
I want to take you out. You take her out. You're like, oh, this is boom. Now you got it, dude. It is scary, dude. Nowadays it is scary, dude. Nowadays it is scary, bro. Like, man, continue, bro. This is wild.
Disclosure is my choice. When I disclose and how I disclose and who I disclose to
Mm.
is up to me. I find it so crazy how people are telling me that I need to disclose before I go on a date, that I need to disclose before I kiss somebody. This is the craziest one. Before I even tell them my name. It's not happening. I don't think that it's my responsibility to tell someone that I'm HIV positive
Women don't
if
believe
they are
responsibility.
treating me as if I'm not. Your health is your responsibility. Adopt the mindset of medical practitioners. Assume that everyone has something until they prove to you that they do not. Why are you kissing a stranger or trying to kiss a stranger that you just met? Why are
This
you
is
trying
fucked
to have
up.
intercourse with someone
I
raw?
can't
that
listen to
you
this
just
anymore.
so
I can't
wrong,
listen to
bruh.
this anymore, man. This
That's
is why I believe in
crazy.
Sharia law. This right here is why I believe in Sharia law.
Yeah.
Rocks, fix this.
Yo, bro, this right here is the issue with dating nowadays. The actual bad things that you need to see up front are being hidden in plain sight. And as a result, you would think, all right, she seems pretty cool, calm, collected, and pure. Okay, this is going somewhere.
Bro.
But this is the opposite.
Yes.
They're hiding in sheep's clothing. The wolf. And you know what's scary?
Mhm.
You would never know from just looking at her, bro.
Bro, it also shows the social norms of what we deem acceptable have gotten so bad that she can get on the camera and say this, and she say, well, she don't feel like it's her responsibility. Because she feel like the society we live in, bro, they're not going to hold this bitch accountable.
Dude.
It's so sad. Like, they know they're not held accountable in our society. It's done got so far, gaslighting women has gotten so far that they can tell you that they're not responsible for having HIV. Like, bro, these are the same women that will blame, the baby daddy for having a child. Like, it's the
Even
the
though it's
delusion.
not your kid, you still must take responsibility.
delusion.
You got me fucked up, bitch.
Society
And by
has
the way,
created
she looks like a whore, bro. So I'm not sure about that pure part.
Well, most guys can't see,
Yeah.
or they don't learn enough to understand
Yep.
what's happening.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, though, to your point, this right here is the modern day woman.
Mhm.
Take me as I am. I'm not gonna tell you who I am, but just take me as I am. And as a result, bro, niggas are cooked.
Yeah.
Some people don't travel. Some people are only in the area. They don't ever leave. And this is all they have to offer. These women like this.
Yep.
But what's scary is, dude, this could be anybody. Any woman outside right now. Down the street, down in the lobby. Who knows?
And what does that tell you? That tells you got to be very careful who you associate with nowadays.
100%, bro.
And one of the things about me is if you're my enemy, I'll try to find things in your past. If I can dig up things in your past, I will find it.
same here.
But you know what? Here you go,
Yeah,
brother.
same
You know
here.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But here's the
definitely.
thing. There's nothing in my past. I have a criminal record for hitting a cop in 1998. Go ahead, bring that up. That's going to give me half the black vote when I run for president. Okay? There's nothing in my past that you guys can use against me. I haven't cheated on my wife, so you're not going to fucking use any of that shit against me. There's nothing you guys can use against me. Absolutely nothing. So this is what I'm trying to tell people. If you want to be that guy, make sure there's nothing people can use against me, because you pissed off the wrong person, or I should say the right person. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to find some shit in your past, like me and Dom,
Yes.
and then we're going to fucking cook you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to cook you.
Actually, you're going to sue. I was going to say something with that, right?
What, Stu Peters
You're gonna
was
stu- you're gonna stew him.
Yeah, I'm going to stew him. Like,
Stew him.
Stu, how's that armed robbery in 2006, bro?
Okay. This is bad. What I will say is this is disgusting, and she deserves to be in jail, bro. But again,
Definitely.
this is women's privilege, right?
She deserves a little bit more than jail, bro.
Bro.
I think the Taliban know how to take care of this. The Taliban know how to take care of this, bro. They don't have this issues in Afghanistan. Promise you that.
No, they don't.
Yeah. All right, we can take it off screen, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to see this fucking bitch
bro,
ever
facts,
again, bro.
Hell no. All right, Dom.
What's this at? Oh, this is a new one. It just came out. Hollywood actor Terrence Howard revealed that he will be exposing the dark side of Hollywood studios in his new podcast, describing it as a studio's worst nightmare and every actor's wet dream. Howard told TMZ that he recently started recording a new podcast that pulls back the curtain on the entertainment industry and intends to release it to the public. This comes after Howard announced that he is willing to have a duel to the death where only one walks away. That's actually disclosed in this video that's attached. And Terrence promises he's going to be as candid as he was during his recent appearance on PBD podcast, where he was saying that anyone that went to see Diddy pretty much slept with him. So he's saying he's going to keep that same energy on the next upcoming podcast that he's bringing.
That's crazy.
to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it. If you're going to
Is
talk
he crazy,
about
bro?
the supersymmetry,
Yeah, he
Something
is
isn't
wild.
right with this nigga, bro.
Yeah, he's wild.
I think
Something's
he,
off.
he might be just smarter than everyone else, and people don't understand what the hell he's saying.
What is his numbers? What's his
When was his
number?
birthday? Look him up real quick.
Yeah, I really want
Yo,
to
I
know.
promise
his,
you, bro.
honestly.
Either
Yeah, we gotta know
you
what
got a
his
point.
is, bro.
Either he's exponentially higher IQ than most people, or he's just like crazy, bro. I think it's crazy, but again, I hate on him.
Super
but
chat real quick. The guy who's a dragon. No, New Jersey's not the best place for you, but it's not the worst. Go
He's
ahead.
March 11, 1969.
March 11, 69. Oh, so we got a 3 life path there, fucking making some noise. But he's born on 11. So he's got that charisma factor, man. So listen, at the end of the day, this guy's pretty smart, man. I like what he's doing, man. People who are 3s, you'll see them switch up from one genre to another, and that's exactly what they should be doing, man. I like this guy. He was always one of my a favorite actor of mine. You know, I always like watching black movies with black actors because when you had like an all black cast, they were all the best actors of the black community.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, you know, Denzel Washington. It's always the best of the best. Or a white movie, you know, they just pick up some fucking blonde across the street, man. But when you had a black movie, especially back in the day, man, that cast was like lit.
That's true. Well said. Okay, we can stop here, bro. Cause bro, I don't know what this nigga's saying, bro. Be honest with you, bro. We can just move on. But yeah, that P Diddy stuff is crazy too.
This is interesting. Now I know the audio in the background might be a problem. It's a AI company that has launched a tool that allows foreigners to switch their accents to American. The company called Chris, and their new tool converts Indian English accents to American in real time, which is 200 millisecond delay. The tool is currently being tested in call centers. The company's goal is to make a more inclusive world where we are able to communicate better, but many Americans are expressing concerns in the rise of scamming.
No, bro, this is cover for Indian scammers.
Yeah.
Well,
This shit is
listen.
sick.
I don't know about you guys. If an Indian calls my phone, it's not my boy Nobel. If an Indian calls my phone, I hang up.
Yeah.
Because it's most likely a scam. These people are scammers.
Scam likely.
Now they're gonna help these people scam even easier. This is dangerous.
Well,
this is dangerous.
Remember, outsourcing your actual customer service is cheaper, effective, and less of a drain on your resources. So this actually right now is a segue into, again, more Americans losing their job because you know what? Oh, you're complaining about me having Indian workers. Well, guess what? Now you can't tell it's Mary and Beth or John Doe down the street. So this is bad on two fronts because, again, help scammers and then more jobs being lost. Dude, AI's taking over, bro. It is.
It's getting bad.
If you don't have your bag by 2030, you're done.
Cooked.
You're done because at that point, society is going to change so rapidly. If you don't have a bag, you're never going to get it.
I was told AI will be in every business by 2030.
I see it now.
100%.
Which means cooked.
Remember, last century, we had the roaring 20s. 1920s, people were doing really well. And then the stock market crashed in 1929. And then people were really struggling in the 30s. 1930s. I think it's going to be the same trend. People were making a good amount of money off crypto. A lot of millionaires and billionaires out of nowhere. All of a sudden, that crypto scam comes to an end. All this stuff comes to an end, and people are going to be in 2030s going through AI. No more jobs, basic wage. All of this bullshit's going to happen. If you don't have your bag by then, you're done.
All right.
All right, let me do a super chat here real quick. 86-2000. And by the way, this is how this show works, man. A lot of people want a super chat, man. I understand this is not how all the shows work because no one gives a damn about actually talking to you. When Fresh and Fit was actually monetized, this is how it worked too.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is what happens when people are actually interested in what you have to say. A lot of you guys might have more viewers than me, but no one gives a fuck about what you're saying. They're just looking at you like, oh, look at these. Fuck out
We call
of here.
that dead weight.
Yeah,
Dead
a
viewers.
lot of dead weight, man. Anyways, this person's born on the 7th. Anyone born on the 7th is a genius. Genius starts with G. G is the 7th letter. So when it comes down to it, people born on the 7th need to work smarter, not harder. I'm going to keep saying that. As someone, you probably have some issues with your parents looking at your birthday, at least one of them. You're going to do a lot of traveling as you get older. Quite frankly, being a pilot is not out the question for you. Anything to do with constant travel will be good for you. I don't think you should get married. You do not have the type of birthday you should get married, but I do see you having a lot of kids, so you can work that out in either way you want. But when you get older, you're going to be working in the government, within the government, and you're going to have a lot of power over people. I see it already. Quite frankly, get the fuck out of Nebraska. What the hell you do in Nebraska? You're a rooster. You're not supposed to be there. I believe Nebraska's a cat state. Get the hell out of there. If I'm wrong, still get the hell out of here. It's still Nebraska. It is what it is. Lastly, your year cycle hits on your birthday. More responsibilities coming. Make sure you don't get someone pregnant unless you want a kid. All right, I think we can shut down the super chats for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Guys, we put in a lot of work here. Every single one of us is extremely busy.
Yep.
Every single one of us. We have an all-star panel here.
Definitely.
Literally an all-star panel. I know Suleiman ain't gonna like to hear this, but this is the king of Twitter. Shout out to my boy Suleiman. You're definitely one of them.
Yeah.
This guy over here is the networking king of Miami.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I don't need to repeat this, but I will. Fresh and Fit doesn't exist without this guy.
Yes.
That's a one, and Myron even said that himself. This guy is connected to a different level in this city. There's not many people who can bring me to see billionaires. I'm usually the guy who brings people to see billionaires. He brought me to see billionaires. He's that guy. With me, I'm just a nobody, but you know, I'm glad my black brothers here let me come along for the ride.
I think you've put numerology on the map, and that says a lot about what you say and do, and people support it because you can see here they support you as who you are.
Definitely.
Listen, this was a good show. Parlays are hitting today. 70K day is insane.
Let's go through this one more time because I haven't talked down to people enough.
70K day is insane, bro.
I'm sorry. I need to do this a little bit more. Make it rain. Here we go.
This nigga, bro.
Where the
He about to feel the. Oh, he about to hurt some feelings, man.
Listen,
He about to.
there's this guy.
This is what happens when you're the best of the best. I beat the sports book. No one does this.
Guys, we're gonna be adding a segment where you can actually get in on this at some point. Gary's already doing it, actually.
Yeah.
So you hit him up on the side as well, but we'll make it more mainstream for more people.
Fresh, how much you win today? Probably about 10 racks.
I'll keep that a bit private.
W's.
And guys, I'm learning a lot, man. I've been traveling. I've been opening up my mindset and my mind as well. And you know what? All the material stuff I have right now, I want to travel more, man. I'm going to sell a lot of stuff, get back to my roots, give back, and make money with Gary. So let's fucking go.
Let's get it.
You hear this?
What?
I don't know any billionaires.
Who said that?
People in the chat, man.
Yeah, they did.
We're not all broke like you,
hold
bro.
Hold on. Gary gets up to meet a billionaire as well. And actually, we got the same car. Shout out to him, by the way. W to that billionaire.
Keep his name out of it.
Yeah,
bro.
I ain't gonna say his name.
That's the thing about billionaires, man. They
Yeah.
don't like actually people shouting at their names.
No.
But how would you know that? Because you guys are never around that. You know, it is what it is, man.
But guys,
anyways,
real quick,
good show.
I'm doing an actual event May 2nd with my good friend Sean Kelly here in Miami. A networking event is going to be insane. There's going to be celebrities, billionaires, millionaires, creators as well at the event for F1. If you guys are not in Miami by F1, you're losing because it's the biggest event for cars in the world.
yeah.
And you got people from all walks of life coming, business, content creation, cars itself. So you got to be here in Miami, man, May 2nd. Actually, if you're in my group, CEO Network, you have access to it for free, being in a group. If not, hit me on the site as well. I got you guys.
Yeah, F1 is shocking to me because I thought it was just like white trash who watched that stuff. It
You
was,
know
it was
what we
shocking
did-
to me.
Is that what we did in Vegas? Was that it?
You know what's funny about F1?
We're at the Sean Kelly event in
Yeah.
Vegas.
So yeah, that's
with
it.
the
F1.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
so that's
yep.
it. Yeah, it's cool.
If you're not
Shout out
into
to Sean
cars,
Kelly.
Shout out.
you won't even know what this really is. But the best of the best show up just because those people that have money, bro, they love cars.
Yeah.
The passion of cars, they're enthusiasts, and they support races like this because it's just speed. It's speed and it's networking all in one. Can't beat it.
Speed History Networking. Beautiful setup.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. You can find Dom on Twitter, of course. You can find Gary everywhere else. GG33.
Yeah.
What about you?
You can find me on Twitter,
Fresh
Fresh
News
CEO
Talk.
Network. And CEO Network is where we actually do meetings as well, meetups and network as well. So peace, guys. We're out.
Out.